Let's make it official, shall we? At this time, if I can please have everyone stand and remove their hats for our country's national anthem, brought to you by the one and only Miss Carly Wilcox.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
One more time, gang. Do me a favor. Make some noise for Carly Wilcox. The greatest song on the planet, a cappella. I always feel sorry for the sucker that's got to follow her. That's me. So let's go over a couple things really quick, and then we'll get some fight action going. Tonight's event, as always, sanctioned by the Pete Swazo Utah Athletic Commission, Executive Director Scott Bowler in the house tonight. Judges are going to be Stephen Farragher, Dan First, Dennis McMahon, and Nathan Burbank. Your referee for the night is Tyler Tomlinson. Your timekeeper is Covey King. My name's Dave, but that doesn't matter. There's a lot of other cool stuff going on, a lot of other people here, and the better you do, the more noise you make, the less noise I'm going to make. So we got a deal, right? You don't want to hear me? You're going to scream and holler for fighters. We've got a lot of stuff in common in this building tonight. We got a building full of people that love MMA. We got a building full of people that are grateful to the veterans, not just today, but every day. And we are going to have a good time. I got a bunch of fighters in the back right now that are ready to get out here and take care of business, and they are nervous. They have worked. If you are related to one or married to one, you know what they've been doing. So we want them to hear us. First, though, we'll have all of our newbies. Anybody that hasn't been to an event before, nice to meet you. Glad you're here. On the count of three, I'd like all my newbies just to make some noise. Fair enough? All right, just the new folks. First time here. 1, 2, 3. Damn. Not bad. There's a couple of you here. All right, where's my veteran crew? The folks that go, holy crap, who's the new guy without any hair? All right, so on the count of three, I need my regulars to show the newbies how it's done. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. That's not even including the folks that didn't plan ahead that are stuck in traffic. So thank you. I appreciate that. We want to keep that up tonight because the fighters can hear that. They are out here working their tails off. I don't care who you're rooting for. Pick somebody and make some noise for them, all right? We got kickboxing going on first, and if you've been here before, you've heard me say this before. The ladies know how to take care of business in the cage, and we are going to prove that to you tonight. Fight number 1 brought to you by Jones Subwoofer Solutions. They've been with us a long time, and you need to check them out. No job is too small or too big. Christmas is coming. You want the car to sound right? Take it to Jones Subwoofer Solutions. They are hooking you up with an amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, she's going to be fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 foot 7 inches tall. She weighed in last night at 131 pounds with a current record of 0-0-0. Doing it for Excite Fitness. Let's hear it for Lacey Vasquez.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Lacey Vasquez coming out. This young lady is 32 years old, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 131 pounds with a record, perfect record, of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
All right, now what do we know about Lacey Vasquez?
Well, we know she's coming out of Team Excite, right? And we got Coach Carson in the corner, and I actually talked to him in the back, and he told me a little bit about her.
Okay.
She apparently has been wanting to fight for about 8 years now. Finally started to get in there about a year or so ago, and now starting to put it together. And he says she's a little fireball.
All right. Well, let's see what her opponent looks like.
All right. And her opponent tonight will be fighting out of the black corner. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall. She weighed in at 134.5 pounds, also making her amateur debut. Doing it for Wasatch Combat Sports. Let's hear it for Alicia Smith.
And ladies and gentlemen, out comes Alicia Smith. She weighed in at 134 pounds. She is 5 foot 5 inches tall, and she also has a perfect record of 0-0-0. What does that know? What do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
Yes, we do. What else do we know about her besides the fact that I love her walkout song?
Okay, well, what I do know is she's training out of Team Wasatch Combat Sports, which is a gym that Tandy Ogden, which is a name that's pretty well known around Utah, owns that gym. But she is also training with Casey Wilkinson. He kind of runs not just the MMA program, but also the kickboxing stuff. So he does help out with that. So that is one of the coaches that works with her. I know that they're kind of a big up-and-coming gym as far as the turnout that we get from them. We're seeing them on almost every card, whether it's MMA or kickboxing. So I'm excited to see how these two match up. Both of them coming out with that perfect record of 0-0-0. None of them have been in an actual match before outside of the gym. So I'm excited to see what this looks like.
Both of them come from reputable gyms.
Yes.
I mean, it looks like we got another perfect matchup here at SteelFist.
All right, now what we've got is Tyler Tomlinson, our referee this evening, giving some last-minute instructions, going over stuff that he said back in the fighter brief before the show started, just giving some reminders of things, and we're about to see some action.
Yes, there was a full-fledged rules meeting in the back. You could ask questions, have a time with the referee, but this is just kind of a little reminder. Things kind of start to go out the window as you get out there in the cage.
Ooh, nice little jab by Lacey.
I really like how these girls start going at it.
And there's a lot of, I want to say, guts on these ladies, because both of them swinging are coming in and taking shots. I'm going to say Lacey was landing the better exchanges, and now she's behind her. It's kickboxing. It's kickboxing, not MMA.
Yeah, and that happens. They are not allowed to punch from the back of the head. She turned into that one.
As the punch was coming.
Yes, exactly.
I got to say, I'm liking how aggressive Alicia is. Even when she was getting caught with those shots, she just came in right to the body with that aggression. I like seeing that.
I'd like to see her keep her hands up a little bit better. She's getting caught, and that's where some of these problems occur.
Yeah.
When she goes to throw that too, she drops it.
Just a little bit.
But she sure got some aggression.
She comes straight forward, nonstop, even getting hit. And what I was going to say before is Lacey is being taller and having that reach advantage. She's also coming in over the top of Alicia's hands. because the way that Alicia is holding him down a little bit low, especially when she starts to throw, it almost seems like it's no problem for Lacey just to come right over the top.
Well, Alicia's got some distance to cover, right?
Yes.
So I'd like to see some head movement, a little bit of change of angles, and try to get to the inside.
Ooh, nice.
But see, at that distance, that's where you start to see Lacey really land.
And Lacey needs to be careful. I don't think that Tyler saw that. This is not a Muay Thai fight. Knees are not allowed in a kickboxing match.
Well, we threw a couple earlier and we didn't get warned. So I think you're going to see him until Tyler says so.
Yes.
See,
Ooh,
right at
nice
those
shots.
distance, Lacey's landing
All right.
those straight punches.
10
Just
seconds
1,
out.
2, 1, 2. See, there's another knee.
Nice exchange. Nice. Right at the bell.
Yep.
He's going to get her a standing 8 count. That's going to count as a knockdown for Lacey. Now, if you're not familiar with kickboxing, the way that it works is those knockdowns, they build up, and after 3 knockdowns, that's the end of the fight. It doesn't just have to be a knockout. So she got that standing 8 count moving into the second round. That's 1 knockdown for Lacey against Alicia.
Well, and she's coming out here. As you can see, she is going at it.
Oh yeah, she's coming forward the whole time.
The whole time. I mean, right now you saw Carson back there talking to Lacey. What do you think Carson's telling Lacey?
If I was Carson, I would be telling her, hey, don't move forward, plant in place and start leading that jab. It's going to line up for that right cross to come in, because every time she starts going forward, you're noticing that Alicia is coming forward constantly. Yes. So when that distance gets closed up, when you see Lacey throw those rights, she's not connecting. They're actually kind of hooking behind and missing Alicia a lot because of how close Alicia is getting and how quickly. So it's harder for her to maintain that accurate striking distance. So I would tell her to plant and throw that jab and the right cross from there and not move forward on it.
Or a step back too might land very clean.
Yes, or even a push off with a step back to throw that right cross.
Well, I mean, so here we are. We got a problem where Alicia, we got to get on the inside. We've just eaten one. We sat ourselves down. What's going into round 2 right now?
Well, if I'm in Alicia's corner this time around, I'm telling her, you need to just keep going forward, keep pushing forward, and start landing shots. Don't just go to the body, head. Open up those head shots. As she gets closer, it's harder for her to land those punches to the face when she's further out. But as she gets close and lands a couple to the body, it's going to drop the hands of Lacey and open up those head shots.
Well, either inside or out. No, those ones, if we can get a little. Now stay out. Maybe work some low calf kicks.
Oh, absolutely.
You can keep a little bit of a distance, keep your hands up.
It is a kickbox. Ooh, nice double connection there. I like seeing that. Nice right cross.
Well, but see, this fight, as you can see, this round so far, they've either been in or out. It seems to be benefiting Alicia much more.
I would love to see Lacey throw those leg kicks. I mean, this is a kickboxing match. Those kicks are going to build up. They're going to count on points, and they're going to start doing damage and making it more difficult for Alicia to move in. She's got the length. I would be capitalizing on those kicks.
Yeah,
yes.
Keep that jab out there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. Ooh, and there you see Alicia throwing a head kick. I like that. Didn't land clean, but still throwing it.
Yeah. I mean, at least we're putting it out there.
Ooh, nice right cross by Lacey Vasquez.
Well, and it was right on the leg kick. We went for a leg kick, countered with the cross.
And I love this out of Alicia. She's throwing back just as much as she's getting. So every time she gets tagged good, she's coming right back in. And there's another knockdown. That's the second knockdown in as many rounds.
Yes.
And again, we're at 3, 6,
7,
8, standing 8 count. He's going to make sure she's good. He's going to
wobbling still.
He's going to ask her to check and move forward. All right. Nope, this fight's over.
That's over, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it. That's going to be it. So Lacey Vasquez comes out and gets her hand raised in the first fight of her career on the kickboxing cage.
You know what? She did a great job. She landed a bunch of 1-2s.
No, she did.
Stayed very busy.
She used that reach to her advantage.
Against a very tough opponent that just kept coming forward.
Yes, absolutely. I really impressed with what I see. I think if I was to say anything, it would be maybe work a little bit on those leg kicks to kind of control that distance, because that reach advantage that she has, she's going to have that on a lot of fighters in her weight division. So I would love to see her capitalize on maintaining that distance to utilize that reach advantage a little bit more. But great job, especially in your first fight ever.
Perfect. And look at her smiling over there. You know, again, remember, we've been waiting how many years to finally get in there and do this, and look what we just did.
Right, hand raised. All right, let's take it to the cage and make this thing official. And I know right now Alicia Smith is still on the ground in the corner. She's getting checked out by the doc just to make sure everything's okay. I don't see any issues going on. The doc's just talking to her before he has her stand up.
A lot of fatigue with the damage that was done in those shots.
Yeah, and there you see her getting up. All right, let's take it to the cage, make this thing official.
All right.
Do me a favor, gang. One more time. Make some noise for both these warriors, would you? That was just the first fight of the night, just to let you know. Ladies, if that looked like fun, I'm sorry. But if it did, guess what? There's a lot of gyms that will take you serious. Maybe you played sports, maybe you're a little angry, maybe that looked like a good time to you. You ought to talk to some of the local gyms in Utah. They will teach you how to do this, and we will gladly bring you out here again. So, Lacey, come here. I got to check with the referee. Let's make it official, shall we? Your winner, 1 minute, 59 seconds into round number 2 by TKO. Out of the red corner, Lacey Vasquez! Now everybody wants to take your picture because you're a winner, so smile big. You're going to hang these on the wall. You got to do one with the Bud Girls. It's part of the contract. And then you'll probably do one with your corner. One more time, gang. Do me a favor. Make some noise for your winner. Walking out of here undefeated, Ms. Lacey Vasquez. You'd think we've done this before, but we're always winging it.
Sorry, what's your name? All right, I'm here with your winner, Lacey Vasquez. Lacey, go ahead and take your mouthpiece out. I'm sorry, I had to ask a couple questions about kickboxing rules because My brain is wrapped around MMA and not kickboxing. So that was a great fight. You used your reach advantage really well. How are you feeling right now coming out and getting your first win in the kickboxing?
I'm feeling awesome, and honestly, I'm an MMA girl, so where are all my MMA ladies at? I need an MMA fight.
Oh, so you want to get in here and do MMA too?
Yeah.
Oh, we would love to see you come back and just kind of fight between both realms. That would be great. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yes, first off, my husband and my kids for putting up with all of my training and all their mom's crazy dreams. My head coach, Mark Balser, he couldn't be here tonight, but I dedicate this fight to him. And then Carson Hardman, my other coach slash teammate, and Brian Baker, my emotional support man tonight. And then everyone at Excite MMA for being awesome training partners. I really appreciate it, and I love you guys all.
Outstanding. Are you going to come back and do this again for kickboxing and MMA, or just one or the other?
Preferably MMA.
Well, we can't wait to see you come back. Congratulations. Everyone give it up for your winner, Lacey Vasquez.
You know, when you only do this once a month, it takes a minute to shake the rust off. So it's going to get better, but holy smokes, that was the first fight of the night. You guys ready for fight number 2? Oh, don't be saving it for me, all right? Fight number 2 brought to you by Legacy Roofing, Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. We've had some wind, we've had some rain, we've had some snow. Don't go up on your roof. Call the professionals, have them come check it out. They will take good care of you. Good folks doing good work. And if your roof's good, maybe you've heard of solar or some of the other stuff that's out there. Talk to my friends at Legacy Roofing. Let them do the work for you. They are hooking us up, so thank you so much. They are sponsoring another amateur kickboxing bout scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Ladies, we got more coming at you. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall. She weighed in at 150.5 pounds. She is making her amateur debut for Cache Valley Fitness and MMA. Please make some noise for Carly Longson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, making her way out to the cage, we have Carly Longston. This young lady is 23 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 150.5 pounds with a perfect record of 0-0-0. What do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
All right. What do we know about this young lady, Ryan?
Well, we know she's training out of there at, Cache Valley, right? We know Coach Kofi, you can see him right there. They're typically known for a lot of good grappling out of there, to be honest with you, but they've been putting some of the good fighters out of there just in general.
Absolutely. Sorry. Let's see what her opponent looks like.
All right, and her opponent tonight will be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 149.5 pounds, also making her amateur debut. Doing it for Wasatch Combat Sports. Let's hear it for Kylie Quigley.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kylie Quigley coming out, and she's coming out fast. Looks to me like she's coming out of Wasatch, and she weighed in at 149.5 pounds. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, speaking of coming out of Wasatch, you got Casey Wilkinson back there. So this is the second fighter in a row coming out of that gym tonight.
Yes. They're staying busy over there.
Yeah, now the last fighter out of that gym didn't win, didn't fare so well. But you know what? What I'm loving out of this is these first two matchups are really nice and really evenly matched up. Both of them sporting a perfect record of 0-0-0. So
well, one of those is going to go.
One of those is going to go. But, it's one of those things that I love about SteelFist, whether it's MMA or kickboxing. When they put these matches together, they make sure that on paper it looks good and it matches up very well.
And you look at the first 3 bouts we have the trifecta out of the kickboxing, right? Mm-hmm. Then we get Sam Medell coming in, who's typically, from what I've seen, a really good grappler, but who's also going to be doing the kickboxing.
Yeah.
That's how we're starting our card off.
Right. And, one thing that I want to talk about in the last match, we talked about that there are no knees allowed in kickboxing. In Utah, in the amateur division with kickboxing, knees are allowed as long as they are not from a clinch. No striking is allowed from the clinch, but knees to the body from just a normal fighting stance or posture is allowed. So that those that happened before were not illegal shots.
Well, and they're starting off fast.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, they're going at it.
These girls are putting it out there. Kylie Quigley is throwing some nice shots, landed some clean ones with that right.
And Carly's being extremely aggressive.
Well,
Both of them.
I was going to say with the shots that Kylie was landing, it wasn't really slowing down Carly's shots at all. She was throwing off of her back as she was moving backwards as well.
Well, and that's what I've noticed. I mean, they're staying very, very active in this first, minute?
If that.
Yeah, I wish we had a punch count. A strike count.
Yeah, because you can't just count punches. It ain't boxing.
I mean,
you got to count those legs. I really like that Carly's coming in like that.
I like how she was closing the distance.
Yes, throwing up that kick and then throwing that knee forward to close the distance for her shot with her punch. I really like seeing that. I'd maybe like to see her throw the punch as she moves in, almost like the Superman punch. It doesn't necessarily have to be super impactful, but what it does is it moves the hands and it lets you set up that next punch.
Well, I think one thing it speaks to Kylie Quigley's kind of calmness.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that question mark kick.
Yeah, I was going to say the turn of the hip on that kick, that's Muay Thai kicks right there.
Yes.
Those are the shots, those are the kicks that when they land, they have a lot more impact than just the traditional, I'm throwing the leg up in the air.
With that first minute with Carly, goes through half the girls out there, right?
Yes. And I love that.
She's still coming.
No, as Kylie's pushing back Carly, all of a sudden you see that turnaround and Carly starts pushing back Kylie. I'm very much enjoying this fight so far. Both of these girls, I wouldn't say either one really has an advantage right now.
No, you're seeing moments for each one.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? I mean, I'm seeing a definite level of aggression from Carly, but, it looks like Kylie's just doing there and managing in all of it.
Nice shot. I like that left from Carly to end the round. Now, this is one of those things. I would hate to be a judge in this because, without me having a clicker over here, I don't have a strike count. And I would say there was not one thing in either person's corner that was impactful enough to be damaging to really sway the judges. So this is one that you really have to be critical of that round.
This is going to be one of those very tough rounds.
Yes, absolutely. But what I got to say is for both of their first fight, this is looking fantastic. You don't hope for a better fight than that. This is both of these girls. Once they're both getting hit, they're both getting punched in the face, and they're both eating some damage, but they're both giving just as much as they're getting. So it's a really good test for both of them in this cage right now.
It's a very fair test, is what you're seeing.
Very.
It's a very, very fair, which is exactly what these athletes want.
Yeah.
Right? They want to come out here, and they don't want to just blow through people.
No.
They want to go out there, and they want to have a good fight, test their skills, test what they've been training.
I mean, I'll challenge that and say everybody wants the quick knockout, but you're right. No, they want to make the reason you get into the cage or the ring or any of that in combat sports is to test your training. You want to see where you are at caliber-wise and where you match up against people at the same caliber.
And if you go through them too fast, it doesn't always quench that thirst.
No, it really doesn't. Great exchanges again. It looked like
nice leg kick.
Yeah, it looked like Kylie was landing the better of those shots, but again, I was very impressed. Carly swinging off of those shots.
Well, it doesn't look like anything's affecting Carly.
No, I don't think that there's any damage on either of these over the other one.
No.
Both of these ladies are just they're landing fairly clean shots. They're landing about equivalent damage, and they're continuing, both of them, to move forward and attack.
The most damage that's being done, I believe, is kind of like they're disrupting each other's strikes.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's a nice exchange.
Not that they're not hitting hard.
Oh, no, absolutely.
They're just both eating them.
Yes, and they're not either one of them being too phased by those shots because they're both aggressive in this fight. They're both moving forward at all times. I really like seeing that. Kylie, I think, might be landing some better exchanges in this round. But again,
But how are we going to judge it as we have Carly moving forward the whole time, being more aggressive?
Throwing counter punches off of the shots, the clean moving forward shots that Kylie's landing. Yeah, and then you've got Carly disrupting like that and then moving forward herself. So, yeah, this one, I definitely don't envy the judges, but I'm very glad that we get to sit cage side here and watch this.
It's beauty to watch.
Absolutely, especially can't emphasize enough, this is both of their first fight.
Well, I'm saying they're both acting like it's more of a sparring match.
Yes, very calm, very collected, and just technical. I like seeing what they're doing.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And I have to keep talking about those kicks from Kylie. She's turning the hip. The question mark kick that you talk about, that Muay Thai kick, just turning that hip so perfect every time.
Here we go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it's a treat for you guys. Yeah. We're going into round 3.
Now, if you're at home and you're like, man, that was a fast round. Kickboxing is 2-minute rounds.
Yes.
It is not the 3-minute rounds for amateurs like it is in MMA. So MMA for us is going to be 3-minute rounds in the amateur division, 5 minutes in the professional.
Yes.
And in kickboxing is going to be 2-minute rounds.
Well, and that's a statewide thing. That's basically the Utah State Athletic Commission.
Yes. And it falls under the same as boxing.
Yes.
The way that it's judged and the way that it's timed and everything else falls into the same category as boxing on the rules to a degree.
Knockdowns.
Yes. Clenching, everything falls the same as boxing. And if it was to be a Muay Thai rules fight, then some things start to change.
Yes.
I was actually having a discussion after the last fight to double check because it threw me off seeing knees in the last fight. So I was talking to some of the judges and asking, and they're like, no, it's...
Look at that combo. Nice combo.
Yeah, beautiful.
1, 2.
So clean.
That jab landed twice.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't even know if that was a jab. It was right after she changed her position. That could have been a left cross.
That is true at that point. Boom, boom.
Again, these girls are just coming after it.
See?
No different than women's MMA. Some of the stuff that I love about watching women get in the cage here is that they are just so much more aggressive.
Ferocious.
And they just leave their heart in the cage.
Yes.
It is absolutely a no-fear situation.
Every time.
It is beautiful to watch. Great exchange. Good shots by Carly in that one.
I love that. And then she backed up and was ready for some more.
Now, I would say in this round, it definitely looks like Carly is landing some of the heavier shots.
Well, it looks like Carly's coming. We've got it again.
Some nice shots by Carly, really backing up Kylie.
Well, it was like Carly continued this pressure from round 1 and just is continuing this pace that is just having a hard time for Kylie to keep up with. See?
Another nice right by Carly.
Stalking her.
That back fist on the way back after the right cross. Did you see that? She's kept it out there and brought it back with her shoulder.
See? Just stalking.
Ooh. Nice jab by Kylie, but I think at this point Carly is just like a shark in the water, moving forward, landing those shots, making it very difficult for Kylie to do anything.
And just eating anything that Kylie's given.
Yes.
Anything that Kylie's given at this point, I think Kylie is fatigued. So I think by now...
Look at them. They're both fatigued. That's the beauty of it. I think that Carly's just a little less fatigued and able to land some more impactful shots.
Yes, I'd like to see a little bit of pop. Yep, there we go. That's what I was talking about.
I would have loved to see a hook off of that, too.
Maybe a little bit of a pop in a 1-2, and we might get someone to go down.
Yeah, a little bit more of an exchange off of that big shot. But again, you're seeing some nice shots right now. 10 seconds left.
She's definitely winning this round.
Carly is going for it.
Carly's saying it. This is mine. I want it.
I love it. Both of these ladies are throwing at the end of this fight. This is how you leave a fight to the judges. You don't give them room.
Beautiful.
This fight is one that I love because both of these ladies fought non-stop all 3 rounds all the way to the end. And the judges are earning their paycheck tonight.
Yes, they are. And you guys, you just got your money's worth right
Absolutely.
there.
All right, so second fight of the night, already off to a good start. We've ended the first fight with a knockout with TKO. TKO. We're watching this one. This is going to go all the way to the judges, but it was non-stop action. This is how you start off a night.
Yes, it is. All righty.
All right, let's take it to the cage and find out who the judges said won this fight.
The girls are definitely bringing it tonight. This one going all the way to the judges. Talk to everybody at your table. Figure out who you think got it. And then we'll tell you the truth. Do me a favor while we're waiting. Make some noise out of the red corner for Carly Longson. And let's hear it for her opponent out of the black corner, Kylie Quigley. All right, ladies, both fighters to the center of the ring. One more time, gang. Make some noise for both these warriors, would you? This one going all the way to the judges. Stephen Farragher with a score of 30-27. Dan First with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-26. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Carly Longson!
Carla, let me grab you over here. There, towards that camera. That was a beautiful performance out there.
Thank you.
No problem, no problem. So what I saw right there is you came out with a bit of aggression. She was countering, she was pretty technical as well, but you just kept pressing forward, and by that third round, you just kind of were just moving through her. Tell me what you saw and what you were going through.
Yeah, pretty much that. I was expecting her to have a lot of forward pressure, so that's what I've been training and working on, and I want to thank my awesome coach for properly preparing me for this fight. It was awesome.
Well, that was great preparation. She was definitely coming forward. You were striking, moving back. What are we going to see out of you next?
Same thing. I hope to come back and keep fighting. This is awesome. Thanks for letting me be a part of the show.
Well, we'd love to have you here. Anybody, any family, fans, gym, sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank, again, my coach, Kofi. His coaching has been phenomenal and has made me be the fighter that I am today. I want to thank the program that we have at Cache Valley Martial Arts and all my teammates and Adam and Ebony for showing up at 5 a.m. every single morning, helping me get my cardio up and not letting me invite myself and help me be the best version I can. And, of course, thanks to my friends and family who helped me pursue this passion and support me every step of the way.
Well, you did great. I loved watching you. We can't wait to have you back. Everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Carly Longson. Great fight.
Left out one important detail. Let's make her smile. The undefeated Carly Longson. That's only 2 fights in so far. We've been rocking and rolling. You guys ready for another one? Well, that sucked. Let's try it one more time. You guys ready for fight number 3, please? Remember, we got nothing but love and positivity for these athletes. They are out here taking care of business. They've worked hard. We got to make noise for them. So fight number 3 brought to you by my friend, Coach Wayne Brown, Extreme Fire Protection. Haven't seen him here, but I'll give him a shout out. Some of his brothers, Poly Riders in the house. Much love and respect to Wayne and his crew. They are hooking us up with another amateur kickboxing bout. I got more ladies in here to duke it out. 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds, and making her amateur debut for Fusion MMA. Let's hear it for Navy Nielsen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Navy Nielsen. This young lady is 24 years old, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds. Again, with a perfect record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
All right, so what do we know about this young lady?
Well, we know she's coming out of Fusion MMA. We know they're down there out of St. George. What do we know about them?
Well, I know that they're a pretty good gym down there in St. George, but I know that she's also been taking private lessons from Travis the T-Train Marks, the first person to ever beat the crap out of me in the cage. So she's been taking personal lessons from him for about 3 years and then transitioned down to Fusion when she moved to St. George. So this is going to be one that I'm excited to see tonight.
Well, let's pass it up.
Always waiting on our crew for the simulcast. Blitz TV. If you can't be here live, it's, watch it on the couch, but it's nowhere near as cool as seeing it live. So her opponent tonight's going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 163 pounds, also making her amateur debut for the Pit SLC. Let's hear it for Madeline Turner.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Madeline Turner walking out right now. She is 5 foot 9 inches tall. She weighed in at 163 pounds, and she is 27 years old. She is representing the Pitt SLC. What do we know about them? Wait. And she also has a perfect record of 0-0. What do we mean? What do we know?
One of those O's has got to go. The battle of the undefeated fighters tonight.
Again,
this has been great.
The trifecta.
Now, what I do know is she's training out there at the Pitt SLC. There are some pretty good guys out there that have been training up, fighting at the UFC level. I believe Ramsey Najim is over there.
I believe that's his name.
And, you know, my other co-commentator, when you're coaching your son, is actually in her corner tonight, Ben McNeil.
There he goes.
Right there. That good-looking guy right there to the right in the hoodie. So I know that she's out there getting some pretty good training at that gym. So I'm excited. You've got someone that used to fight in the UFC caliber fighters training people in one corner, and then you've got Travis Marks and Fusion in the other corner. And Travis Marks himself was a nationally recognized MMA fighter in his active days.
If he was active back then, I mean, with his weight class, I don't know if they had UFC.
No, they didn't. UFC did not have his weight class when he was actively fighting. I believe they
WEC.
Yeah, I believe they opened his weight class after or towards the end of his MMA career or his active career. So I'm excited to see this fight and see how it goes. Both these young ladies have been excited to get in the cage and put this together for their first fight. And again, Tyler Tomlinson giving some last-minute instructions. We're about to see a fight.
Well, and you know, they're coming out of Fusion. Well, hold on. There they go. It looked like things were getting a little sideways. Ooh, let's see.
Nice movement. Nice head kick by Navy. What I'm liking out of Madeline is that when she's moving back off of those strikes and throwing the exchange back, she's throwing some shots of her own. Oh!
Ooh, she got to be careful on that.
She's going to get a warning. I don't know if we're going to get a point deduction. I think she threw that as she was dropping, but it's going to be up to Tyler if it's a point deduction.
No, I don't think so.
Again, it didn't land, and it was thrown.
The look on her face was like, oh, crap.
I know what I did wrong. And again, that also wasn't a knockdown. It was she kind of pushed and drug her head to the side, so it wasn't the same. Ooh, nice shots by Navy. That right hand is landing very nice. Ooh.
Navy's trying to walk through.
Right there. I was talking before in the last fight.
No knees out of the clinch.
No knees out of the clinch.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kickboxing rules. It's a bit different than what everybody's somewhat training for. We heard that in the first fight.
Yes.
They were looking for an MMA fight, but they ended up
doing a kickboxing because it's harder to get a fight in MMA.
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
So ladies, get out there, get to a gym. Let's see you do the kickboxing. Let's get you out there on the mats.
Need more women in these weight divisions that are willing to get in the cage, because these ladies are putting it on for us right now, and they're putting on a show from the first fight all the way up to this one.
Give Pat a call.
Ooh.
He'll recommend you somewhere near you.
I really like the way Navy whipped that kick up there. Pretty quick throwing it up. She didn't connect to the head, but still hitting that inside lat.
She looks like nice. Nice hook jab. 1-2. Looks like Navy knows how to fight.
It looks like both of these ladies.
Oh yeah. I was very, very impressed with Madeline's kind of counters.
Yeah, her counters, and like we were talking earlier, the way that she was backpedaling and still throwing those shots.
Again, one of those good matchups. You put these two against somebody else, they walk through them.
Absolutely. And when I talk about backpedaling and throwing shots as you're moving backwards, if you don't know what I'm talking about and how difficult it is to actually land those without losing your balance and falling over just because you're trying to punch when you're backing up, get into a gym and have someone chase you while you're punching.
The ability to strike moving backwards is a high-level skill.
Yes, it is a skill. It is not something that just everybody can do and maintain balance.
No, that's how
momentum.
you can beat a lot of people.
Yes.
Is just continue moving forward, have them, because they can't strike moving backwards.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Anderson Silva is one of the ones that comes to mind on being able to backpedal and throw knockout-level strikes. I believe, who was it that he fought? and my brain just shut down, so I'm not even going to try and remember it. But I know he's gotten a knockout moving backwards.
Machida, but he threw that kick forwards.
That was the crane kick.
Forrest Griffin.
Yes, Forrest Griffin. As Forrest Griffin was coming in, and Anderson Silva moving back, throws the punch and gets the knockout. And that is a high level of technicality to be able to do that, and seeing what Madeline was able to do moving backwards and throwing those strikes without losing balance and still moving backwards, that is showing the caliber of her striking game.
Well, and she's changing stances as she's doing so as well.
Nice exchange. Navy is landing some shots right now.
Got some aggression.
She is just...
Navy just throws.
Everything she is mad at right now is in Madeline's face. Madeline finally gets a little space, lands that body kick on the way out.
But Navy wants to play. She wants to end this fight.
Navy was going for blood, and that was beautiful. That was a great exchange and great shots by Navy.
She just wants to fight.
Nice.
I like that.
It was a beautiful chain of strikes that she was throwing.
Well, she set that kick up.
Yes. Well, and she's slowing down now, but look for the shots that she does to be a little bit more timed.
Well, and I think she'll put out another little flurry in a little bit.
Nice leg kick. Ooh, big hands by Navy. Coming in, as Madeline was coming in, she started throwing those big shots. But again, that speaks to Madeline too. She's not losing any interest in exchanging. She's still eating those punches and moving forward.
No, I'd like to see Madeline in MMA as well. I mean, she keeps grabbing the head, just doing natural.
She's plumbing.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing natural things, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
absolutely. To me.
Or in Muay Thai rules as well, they would be allowed.
Yeah, it would be legal. So what she's doing is not necessarily wrong. It's just within this rule set.
Right, within the specific matchup that she's in right now.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, nice head kick by Madeline.
Right down the middle. Come on, right there.
Couple seconds left.
There you go. You need 2-3-2.
All right. We're going to see round number 3.
Yes, we are.
Now, I think this one's an easy round to judge, if I'm guessing here. Madeline ate a lot of punches in that first 30 seconds of this fight.
Yes, very, very quick.
Yes, and Navy just throwing them in succession, and the majority of them were landing.
Yes.
So I definitely think that Navy won that.
Well, I think Navy's probably won the first 2 rounds. I mean, I think that Madeline's got to come back. I did enjoy the strikes going backwards in the first round.
Yes.
I did, but I don't think it made enough impact.
I don't think that she lost that first round by a lot. I definitely don't think it would have been a 10-8, but I can see it going to 10-9 for Navy. Navy did more in the round.
But in that second round we just saw, we started to see that margin increase.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. So if you are in Madeline's corner, what are you telling her to do?
Well, and we just saw that replay of those
that accidental head kick.
Well, and maybe
those shots that you just saw right there, as Madeline was backing up, she started wobbling Navy. Navy started losing her legs a little bit.
And that's why I'm saying, like, maybe that's where things started to go south. Back early, where we started to, just start fighting.
Right.
And when we started fighting, we got told to stop.
that does happen.
Right? You know what I mean?
You lose
like
your momentum.
And then you start questioning things. Am I allowed to do this? Am I allowed to do that?
Big exchanges. Both of these girls are swinging for the
Madeline will
fences.
fight. Navy will fight.
Navy, now, again, the clench, so just getting a breakup. No illegal shots because there were punches thrown off of that.
Oh, those were all legal.
Yep, absolutely. Now,
the
referee does have to break that up, just like in boxing, but you can land those shots while you got them.
Yes. You saw how many did Navy land?
Probably 5 or 6.
Nice leg kick.
Ooh, that's going to hurt.
Yes.
Which is, again, why a lot of amateur kickboxers will wear those shin pads. You don't want hematoma from kicking somebody in the kneecap with your shin. That'll end a fight right there. So
it hurts.
It absolutely does. Ooh, nice.
And you'll catch him right. You'll catch an elbow. The same thing will happen.
Absolutely. That was a great job, Navy, coming under the head kick from Madeline.
Madeline is tough.
No, absolutely, and I'm
That's
impressed with those head kicks
Madeline.
that she keeps throwing.
Because Madeline is tough.
Oh, and
Look at her.
you're starting to see the opposite of round number 2. Madeline's coming forward and backing up Navy.
Yep, Blake. And I think Navy's starting to get tired.
I mean, I'm getting tired watching. There's a lot of energy being output right now.
Madeline, tough. Navy's tough. I think I've said it about both of them throughout this whole fight at some point.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to be on the opposite side of either one of these girls punching at me.
No. But I'm glad we get to watch them fight each other.
Absolutely.
See, here they go again. Boom, boom.
Nice repeated body kicks by Navy.
Boom.
Beautiful exchange, and again, you see Madeline back Navy up that time.
The referee has to get in there to separate them.
I love this fight because, again, while I think that Navy probably won the first round, and I think that she definitely won the second round, I think that Madeline came back and took that third round. I'm excited to see how my mentality matches up with what the actual judges got, but I would say it was Navy 2-1.
Agreed.
All right,
Agreed.
seriously, I know.
I could see Navy winning all 3, but it wasn't that far off.
No, I truly feel like from my perspective watching this fight that Madeline took that third round. So I won't be surprised if I see a 30-28 for Navy, but at the same time, I'm not a judge, so let's find out what they said.
Yep.
Let's hear it for our opponent in the black corner, Madeline Turner. All right, ladies, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring? And gang, one more time, make some noise for the Warriors, would you? I got another fight going all the way to the end. Here's your score. Stephen Farragher with a score of 30-27. Dan First with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Navy Nielsen.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Navy Nielsen. Holy crap, girl, you can punch. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. Just want to thank my family and friends for coming out. So awesome. Thank you, guys.
Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Not really. Honestly, I was just here to throw hard, punch hard, kick hard, and I think I did that.
Outstanding. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
I just want to thank all my friends and family for coming out. It's awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right, are you going to come back and do this for us again?
For sure. I'll be back.
All right, well, we can't wait to see you come back. Congratulations. Everyone give it up for your winner, Navy Nielsen!
Kind of appropriate on Veterans Day that Navy won, right? Undefeated Navy Nielsen making her debut and rocking. We got a lot of, when you're a winner, we got to take a lot of pictures, sorry. By the way, Amanda Lynn taking all the pictures. She makes you look good. Check her out on Facebook. She will take some pictures and hook you up. So, one more time, undefeated, your winner, Navy. You guys realize you play a role in that, right? Because they can hear you in the back. You guys scream and holler and make a lot of noise. They come out here fired up, obviously. So you guys ready for fight number 4? All I'm saying is the boys better bring it. Fight number 4, sponsored by Wicked Ways Muay Thai. You want to get hooked up and learn how to do this? Ladies, we want more of you in the cage. Make sure you look up Wicked Ways Muay Thai. Check them out on Instagram and get yourself in here. They are hooking you up with another amateur kickboxing bout, scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154.5 pounds, making the kickboxing debut for Cache Valley Fitness MMA. Make some noise for Samuel Medell.
All right, the name might sound familiar. We've got Samuel Medell making his way out to the cage right now. This young man is 23 years old, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighed in at 154.5 pounds. Now, this is his very first kickboxing fight, so he does got that perfect record of 0-0-0. But
yes,
he has been in the cage before for us. He's fought for the belt.
He has.
He is normally an MMA fighter, and he's a pretty damn good one, too.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see him out here in the cage.
All right, well, I know he's training out of Cache Valley Fitness over there with Kofi and all the other guys out there.
We've seen him already out here tonight.
Yep. So let's see what his opponent looks like.
Sounds good.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in last night at 155 pounds, also making his kickboxing amateur debut, doing it for Wasatch Combat Sports. Let's hear it for Jack Henjum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jack Hedgem walking out right now. He stands 6 feet tall. I'm sorry, 6 feet tall. He weighed in at 155 pounds. He is 35 years old, and he too, I believe, has a record of 0-0-0.
One of those O's is gonna go.
Yes, it is. He's fighting out of Wasatch Combat. What did we say about them earlier?
Well, we know that that's Tandy Ogden's gym, and Casey Wilkinson is one of the main coaches out there. He's in his corner right now. Casey's been around the game for a long time, both in MMA and kickboxing. So he's got a wealth of knowledge that he imparts on these younger fighters that he works with. So it's always great to see him come out. This is the third fighter tonight representing that gym.
Yes, I mean, these guys are staying busy, and I can't wait to see this fight because Sam, I've seen him fight in MMA. He is a tough kid.
Oh,
I've never seen him fight in kickboxing before.
Which is an entirely different wheelhouse. I've seen a lot of people back in the day when they wanted to bang, but they were traditionally jiu-jitsu guy or a grappler, and they really couldn't test their hands in the MMA side. Go and take a kickboxing fight to see how they matched up and just get annihilated. Yes. And then I've also seen it go the opposite direction.
Exactly.
All right, so if you're just tuning in, Samuel Medell with the black trunks, and we've got Jack Henjum in the pink trunks. And nice exchange. Ooh, throwing a shot on the breakup. He's going to get a warning.
Well, yeah, I mean, Tyler came in a little light on that one, so he didn't come in as forceful. I think he was already kind of throwing, but you did see, I think, Medell start to grab like he would in MMA.
Yeah, he was going for the clinch.
Yes.
And throwing it off of that. But as soon as there's a clinch, obviously we talked, you can't throw knees from the clinch in this fight, but you still can throw strikes from the clinch until you're broken up by the referee.
Ooh, nice, too. Nice.
Medell's really backing him up. But
he stays active.
Yeah, very active, and I'm liking those body kicks right now. Ooh. Again, not
he jumped up as if he could get
not a knockdown, but you want to get back up to make sure they don't think it's a knockdown. They both threw that kick, and one just pushed the other one over when they were both in the air. Ooh, nice exchange again.
Kick.
Those head kicks. I'm really impressed with Jake Henjum's ability to throw those legs up as
quickly. Look at his left
powerfully.
eye. His left eye is lit up.
Oh, he took a lot of shots early on from Samuel Medell.
Yes. But he's still in there.
Ooh,
there's another one again.
He's definitely in there.
He keeps coming over top of that. With that, too, and just landing clean. And again, ladies and gentlemen, these are what? Probably 10-ounce gloves?
No, I'm pretty sure that those are going to be 14-ounce gloves.
Are those 14?
We can double check after the fight.
Yeah.
But usually kickboxing
and I don't know. I probably shouldn't have said that.
They're either going to be 14 or 16-ounce gloves.
Now I'm going to have us having to figure that one out. There's the 10-second click.
Nice exchange. Really good.
Nice body shots.
Yes, I'm loving what we're seeing out of Medell.
Nice body head.
Yes.
Nice.
Right, so
nice.
I definitely think Medell took that round, but
agreed.
I got to say that I am very impressed with Jack Henjum.
I am as well. I wouldn't say he's a bad fighter. He's actually a good fighter that took some shots.
No, he took some really good shots, but he was giving them on his own too.
We're quickly asking about the gloves at this point in time.
All right, sorry about that. I had to step away from the microphone
What
for
do
a
we got?
second.
What do we got?
The commissioner just came by. They are 12-ounce gloves.
12 ounces. So we were right in the middle.
Right, yeah, somewhere between both of us.
So if you listen to like both of us, you would have gotten it right.
Yeah, just calculate
Somewhere
it.
in the middle.
Yeah, calculate that we're both wrong.
That makes it sound even worse.
But those things have some impact on it because you know they're not as padded as the 16-ounce gloves, which you mentioned a while ago. That studies are starting to show that the trauma, the damage, the impact is actually heavier.
It's greater
with the bigger gloves because it's got more impact area. And you know these are a little bit lighter gloves, so that means the impact and the speed that you're able to throw with those.
They're landing with more force because they have more weight in them.
Yes.
When my son Cole got his hand fixed, they put a little bit of metal in there. And he asked him how much it weighed because that's just going to make his punch a little bit heavier.
A little bit heavier.
Yeah, and it's already in there.
Metal, I love the way Metal just keeps, or Medell, sorry about that, Samuel.
He'd probably like to be known as Metal.
Oh, Metal in his hands for sure. The way that he keeps moving forward, I really do like seeing that because he has no fear of the strikes that Jack's been able to throw.
No, and he just catches those kicks right there on the elbow, which is going to hurt Jack.
Absolutely. And I'm loving that inside the clinch.
Jack just keeps
Tyler coming to break it up,
but
doing the right things. He's going low and then going high when he's inside that clinch. And even when he's not clenched, he's opening up that head really well.
He's looking, I mean, in the back, I went and I saw him before the fight, asked how he was doing and everything. He said, good. Asked him anything you want me to say about you on the broadcast. He said, no, just nothing but good stuff.
Just the good stuff.
He's making me say nothing but good stuff.
He's definitely doing a great job, but at the same time, Jack is being a very intelligent fighter in this match.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is anybody who's got to fight Jack next, it sucks.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're fighting Jack after this, you should know that you're in for a fight.
Yeah, don't sleep on it.
No, Jack's very technical. I love the shots that he's throwing, the kicks. Beautiful the way he sets those and throws those up with that quick snap. But
I love the heart that he's got.
Oh yeah, I think that Medell is just able to close that distance and really enforce his game plan so much more effective.
And just stay busy.
Yes.
I think he outworks a lot of people.
Yes, and that goes in the MMA side as well as
exactly, same thing. He just outworks a lot of people.
Nice spinning back kick.
Nice, too.
Medell landing more shots.
Two.
Tyler was
looking for it. Tyler's right there getting ready.
He's ready. We got a couple seconds. There we go. And even on that exchange, you saw him step in. He was ready for a knockdown. The way that Medell was throwing those shots and kind of moving Jack around with those. But Jack has got a chin, and he could take some damage. But again, I am impressed with how technical he is. He's not losing his cool when he's getting hit with those shots. He's throwing some of his own stuff that looks really good. I think that Medell is just a little more seasoned thanks to the MMA game, and he's able to pick them apart a little bit more. His
output is a bit more as well.
Yeah, and that comes from being an MMA fighter. Yeah. You know, I remember every time that I would do sparring rounds with a boxer, it would piss him off because every time an MMA guy, they always joke around, you know, you punch an MMA guy too hard, they're going to hit you just as hard. You know, they come back with aggression instead of slowing down. And that's what you're seeing out of Sam Medell, is he's coming in with a lot of aggression no matter what he's getting hit with, and that output is just constant. Boom. Yes.
He overwhelms you almost. Done. He's a tough kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, both of them. Yeah. I mean, here again, we got another great matchup here, right? To end up our kickboxing card, okay, we got another nice thing. We're going into our, third round right now.
Yes.
Both of these guys
three
put
rounds
on
of
show.
A technical fight.
Yeah.
From both of these guys. It's been a very technical fight. Again, you're seeing a little bit more output from Medell, and you're seeing a lot more connect from Medell, but both of these guys are just putting on a great show tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're seeing, I mean, Jack is still moving forward, still looking good, still got some pop in his punches.
Those jabs were looking really nice. If he keeps his hands up, he's a lot more effective. I noticed that after about the second or third shot, he drops his hands to throw a little bit more oomph into his punches, and that's when you're seeing Medell come in.
Well, I'll tell you, so ladies and gentlemen, keep watching, because the fact of the matter is one of these punches can land and someone can go down.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
That's the way this works. That's why we love this game, actually.
You could be losing the whole fight, land one shot that's just well-timed and perfect, and win.
Exactly.
Ooh, nice. I like that throwing that leg kick right off of the right cross?
I do as well.
Keep him guessing.
Because it hurts, too.
Beautiful counter by Medell.
Yep. He's landed another 1-2, 1-2.
Just slipping that right cross from Jack and then coming in right over the top.
Boom.
Yeah, he's timing him now.
It's third round. He's been punching his face for the last two.
He's very confident with his
yeah, Sam's.
But again, still seeing Jack push. He's throwing those kicks. He's throwing some shots.
And that's my thing. Don't sleep on Jack. If you're fighting Jack next, you better not sleep on him because I think he's going to give you a run for your money.
Absolutely.
Looks like he came to fight, but he got punched in the face real early and then has been trying to have to fight through that, honestly, since that first minute.
And it's hard to get your footing when someone's as aggressive as Medell's been.
Exactly. He just imposed his will on him. That's what happened. Ooh, beautiful. And he pulled it. He pulled it at the buzzer.
He was paying attention. And this is another fight. We're going to see this go all the way to the judges.
That's right.
So that's three.
That's three
of the first 4 fights tonight that are just nonstop action, going all 3 rounds. And beautiful matchup. This just shows, again, how well SteelFist is putting this together.
They got the card started right.
Absolutely. All right, let's take it to the cage and find out who the judges said won this fight.
Both these fighters, would you? Out of the right corner, Samuel Medell. And out of the black corner, Jack Henton. And the judges having to earn their money tonight. Go into the scorecards again, talk to the table, see if you know who won. All right, we got both fighters to the center of the cage. Do me a favor again, make some noise for both these warriors, would you? Here are your final scores. Steven Farragher with a score of 30-27. Dan First with a score of 30-27. Dennis McMahon with a score of 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Samuel Medell.
Sam, let me get you over here. Beautiful fight, my friend. Beautiful fight.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I know that I normally fight in MMA, but I figured I'd try to give kickboxing a shot just to improve my striking alone for it. So, yeah, that's why I decided to take this.
Well, hey, I loved watching you fight. I was wondering what we were going to get, and it kind of seemed to me that we got the same thing that we get in MMA. You just outworked people. Like you kind of just kept coming and coming, landing, clean shots. Is that how you prepared? What was your game plan for this fight?
Well, I primarily focused on my boxing coming into this because I didn't know too much about my opponent because, you know, we kind of got him on short notice. I had a fight in MMA that fell out, and we got this on a little bit short notice. And all due respect to him, I didn't know too much about him, but he's a tough guy. You know, I landed some of my hardest shots at him, and the fact that he didn't go down once, he earned a lot of my respect from this shit.
Hey, you put some marks on his face. You landed some shots, but he did it well as well. He was technical, he was clean, but you just, overcame all that. Are we going to see you back in here for MMA or is kickboxing next?
MMA for sure. You know, kickboxing was fun. It was a really fun experience doing this, but I think MMA is where I want to continue going on from here forward.
Sounds good. Well, hey, do you have any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
You know, I got a couple of family members that came down that I want to say thank you to. I got a couple good friends that came down here as well. You know, I got to give the biggest thanks, though, to my coaches, Cody, Kofi, my whole team at Cache Valley Martial Arts and Fitness. You know, we're 2-0. We're 2-0 so far. Now we're going to get the gym clean sweep later tonight.
Well, you did a great job out there. You're definitely representing your gym. You guys are doing great out here these days. You guys have my respect. So everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Sam Adele. Hey, great.
I was right there with you, Sam, until you said that was a lot of fun. Dude, that was a lot of hard work. Well done. Sliding from MMA into kickboxing, taking care of business, and walking out with the W. One more shot of pictures. Smile, pretend like you're having a good time. We want to give a shout out all the cool sponsors we've got at SteelFist Fight Night. Legacy Roofing, Jones Subwoofer Solutions, Urban Pawn, Extreme Fire Protection. You got a business? Are you cool like the Legacy guys? Can you keep up with the Jones Subwoofer guys? Come talk to us. We'd love to highlight you and have you here. So, fight number 5 brought to you by Urban Pawn. You got to go check them out. 4791 South State Street. Awesome holiday buys. Christmas is coming. Go check out my friends at Urban Pawn and Jewelry. They will hook you up. Tonight, they're hooking you up with an amateur bout. We're switching gears. MMA time now. 3 3-minute rounds. It's a long time to be in the cage. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 176.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0, doing it for Hard Knocks MMA. Let's hear it for George Serrano.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have George Serrano. This man is 26 years old, standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in 176.5 pounds. And he has an amateur MMA record of 1-0, training out of Hard Knocks MMA. Ryan, what do we know about that?
Well, what we know is we know they got another guy on the card as well, coming out of Hard Knocks, right? This is a group of guys out there that kind of get together. I believe that's kind of their forte is their Hard Knocks MMA.
Yeah, it's a group of guys that train together. It's Hard Knocks is kind of what they call it, the school of Hard Knocks, right?
Gotcha.
And so they're fun to watch. They come out and they put on a show. Again, we've seen George fight before here at SteelFist. I want to say back in August against Kenneth Alley, and I believe he won in the first round, but I can't remember how he won.
It looks like the guillotine choke, I think.
Okay, now that makes sense. All right, cool. So we know that he's been in the cage before. We know that he shouldn't have any ring rust, obviously. He definitely has the ability to finish a fight. I'm kind of excited to see what he puts into the cage tonight, see if it makes more of an impact.
Your second time out.
Yes.
You know, did we light a fire? What ended up happening in between that layoff?
Exactly. I mean, it's been a few months.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes that just really ignites people and just gets them going.
Yeah, the biggest thing is, was I training in the off season? You know, the last 3 months, was I at the gym putting in the work, or was I just chilling and riding on the fact that I came off of a win and I know what I'm doing when I get in the cage?
That's right. Well, the cage tells no lies, right?
Absolutely. All right, we're going to see what his opponent looks like here in a second, but I will definitely tell you George looks like he's ready to get in a fight tonight. He doesn't look nervous. He doesn't look antsy or edgy. It looks like he is ready.
Yep.
All right, and his opponent tonight will be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 177.5 pounds, with a current amateur record of 0-0. Doing it for One Hit MMA, let's hear it for Shadow Smith.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Shadow Smith walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 177.5 pounds. This is a catch weight of 180 pounds, I believe. He also has a perfect record of 0-0-0. What does that mean?
One of those O's has got to go.
And it says that he's training out of Team One Hit MMA. What do we know about that?
You know, if only I had someone sitting next to me that knew a whole lot about One Hit. Like yourself, but I know they've got head coach Aldo Regia up there.
That's that man you see right there with the glasses and putting all that Vaseline on that young man's face.
Absolutely. Now they've got a large staple of fighters out of that gym. Your son included, Cole Faust, our 155 amateur champion.
Yes.
Yeah. So
we saw him last show.
Yes, and we're definitely going to see that training kind of put to the test here tonight? And you said earlier, I was talking to you, that he's kind of new to the gym.
Yes. He's newer to the gym. He's come in. He's put a lot of work. This is going to be one of his first time in the cage, right?
Right, but his first test.
Yes. This is kind of his first real test out there. You know, we also saw Mason Moyes in the corner with him. He's put in a lot of work with him. This is kind of one of those bigger boys that came in there, has put in a lot of work, has dropped a ton of weight, and is looking really good.
I'm excited to see how he looks. I'm just excited for this fight. This is our first MMA fight of the evening. Tyler Tomlinson giving some last-minute instructions there, and we're about to see this fight get started.
Yes, we are. Well, and again, it's two relatively new guys. You know, we do have a little bit more experience in George.
A little more experience as in he's got one more fight, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's got more training than what Shadow has. In the gym, as you and I both know, you get tested in the gym. You get a lot of work in the gym.
Yes. You get many battles.
Yeah, Shadow's doing a great job of stuffing that head throw and using getting the takedown himself from George.
Shadow did a good job being patient. He's controlling positions.
Keeping that body lock tight.
George is he threw a lot into a lot of this, and he's probably given a lot of energy to try to stay up.
Yes, not sitting down and not dragging your knee underneath you so that you're putting your own weight on your thighs makes it a lot. Ooh, nice recovery, though, by George.
Yeah, I mean, George is putting up a heck of a fight right now. You'd like to see Shadow get off of his knees, though, and get onto his feet.
All right, Tyler's giving some warnings here.
Yes, shots in the back of the head, I believe.
Yes.
Tyler's been very firm on this. I hear him right in front of me. Do not do that. I will not tell you again.
Yeah. Well, and again, you know, you start getting a little bit wild like that, you're going to throw shots that aren't always going to be legal, and Tyler's not going to play that game. If you start doing it and getting wild like that and throwing illegal shots, he's going to stop.
It's not just a street fight. You can punch anywhere you want. Exactly. There are rules to what we're doing, especially in amateur MMA.
Yes. And whether it's amateur or professional, the job of the referee is the safety of the fighters. But in the amateur division, even more so, because the amateur division is an opportunity for these guys to come in and get some experience and make that decision on if they're going to go pro. And you don't want to go to that pro level after being damaged with anything, TBI or anything else, from the amateur division.
Yes, exactly.
Like if you're gonna get hurt, you should be getting paid to get hurt. Amateurs aren't getting paid, but these boys are punching.
No, well, and that's kind of what, you know, it seems like, you know, George wants to do. He'd like to stand there and just kind of trade if they could a little bit. I mean, he doesn't have the reach advantage there. He's got to get to the inside. That's the challenge for George.
Shadow's got the reach advantage, and he was using it. It looks like he slowed down a little bit.
It looks like he started to get into a little bit of a brawl.
Yes.
And then those straight punches went out the window a tad. And we started playing a little bit of George's game. Hey, let's punch you in the mouth.
Let's just start swinging.
Yeah.
And there you go, land some nice
That's
jabs.
Nice 1, 2. You know, Shadow's looking good. He's got him against the cage.
Nice little rope-a-dope by George, avoiding some of those punches.
He's got to keep his hands up a little bit. Again, this is early on in his career.
Yes. Nice overhand left. Ooh. Even that back fist from George kind of landed.
Yes. Well, George is a gamer. George will come out and throw some punches at you.
George
he's getting more and more tired. You're noticing that.
Oh, yeah. But they're both slowing down, too. You're seeing that from both of them. But George is trying to throw heavy shots, whereas it looks like Shadow's just setting up those 1-2s, or the 1-1 to get those points and maintain control.
Yes, as Shadow's kind of stalking, you're seeing kind of more of a evading slip, 1-2 explosion.
Exactly, and you're seeing George go for the head with everything he has. And, you know, it was looking pretty good for George earlier on, but after it seemed like Shadow started controlling the distance and really defining his game a little bit later in that round. So it's going to be one of those things that I think that maybe George might have done enough damage or done enough early in the round. He could have taken that because he was a lot more aggressive and landed a lot more strikes.
He was. He was very, very aggressive coming out the gates.
But did that aggression cost him?
Well, and was it considered effective or, you know, efficient? He was cracking them.
Right.
I mean, they were landing.
Oh, they were landing, but were they landing effectively? And he's fatigued right now.
Yes.
The wobbling that he did on that walking, it's not because his legs hurt. It's because he's fatigued.
You know, if I was in Shadow's corner, I'd be telling him light those legs up.
Light his legs up or put him against the cage?
Light those legs up. That would be the first thing. As soon as he came out, boom. You're going to be able to see
this fight's over.
Yeah, he's done. It's over.
Yeah, maybe it is an injury, and maybe his leg is hurt, but he's curling that toe pretty tight. So maybe.
Yeah, maybe a cramp. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. It looked more like
maybe
fatigue than anything. But yeah,
maybe he kicked.
It says his toe's broken. All right, well,
gotcha.
Doc will check that out too, and that definitely could be it.
Well,
and I'll tell you, I wouldn't keep fighting if I had something broken.
There was an early kick, first kick of the fight. I mean, I don't know if you'll see it, and I don't know if that was it. He came out, and Shadow checked it, and he kicked Shadow's shin. Yeah, and I remember thinking, wow, that was a hard one. And it was checked. So I don't know if that was what landed it. It easily could happen in any of these scrambles.
Oh, absolutely. It could have been even on that elevator takedown.
Yeah, any of these spots it could have broken. But I do remember that kick. And if it was that early on kick, that's kind of one hell of a to be able to fight through the rest of it.
Yeah,
and then probably you sit down for a couple minutes.
And then the pain sets in.
Yep.
Adrenaline wears off, pain kicks in, and
it sucks.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
And then you're in the suck.
Absolutely. All right, let's take it to this cage and make it official.
Sounds good.
All right, do me a favor. Make some noise for the battle that went on in here, would you? See if we can get both gentlemen to the center of the ring one more time. Your winner, end of the first round by a TKO. Out of the black corner, Shadow Smith.
Shadow, let me get you out of here. Let me get you out of the sea of panda stuff we got going on. Great first fight. Great first fight. Was it what you expected?
No, it wasn't actually.
Okay, so tell us about it.
It was crazy. Freaking.
So what was so crazy? No. Hey, tell us about it. They want to hear how good you feel.
I feel great. It's awesome.
So was it a big adrenaline rush? Someone trying to take your head off? What happened in there?
Just the adrenaline. As soon as he came in, like it all just hit me. I was like, oh shit, this is happening.
That's right. It's happening. This is real stuff out here. Well, you were victorious. You got through a tough kind of back and forth round, I think it was. Weathered some early punches, but I think we're stalking near the end. How'd you get through all this, and how are you feeling right now?
Just all the training and the work, the training prepared me for it, and yeah, I just feel great.
Well, that's good. Are we gonna see you back in this SteelFist cage again?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, well, can we get any family sponsors, anybody you need to thank?
I just want to thank all the people that supported me, and I want to thank my coaches for getting me ready for this, and yeah.
All right, well, everybody, let me get a big round of applause for Shadow Smith.
That might be my favorite quote ever. Oh shit, this is happening. That's what I say every time I walk out here. Congratulations, Shadow, walking out with the W, having a good time while he's at it. What do you think, gang? You ready for another one? Should we bring out fight number 6? Fight number 6 is brought to you by my good friend here. I'm gonna embarrass her. She is out working really hard. It's her birthday. Make some noise for Amanda Lynn. She does sports photography, all of our cool stuff. Amazing photographs from that young lady. She is hooking you up with fight number 6, another amateur MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Do you guys see the difference between a 2-minute round and a 3-minute round? That's a long time. Coming out first, going to be fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 144.5 pounds with a current record of 0-1. Doing it for Hard Knocks MMA. Let's hear it for Jesse Canales.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Jose Ibar walking out, a.k.a. Jesse Canales. Yes, you did hear that right.
It's the same guy.
It's the same guy, same guy. He comes out. He stands 5'5" tall. He weighed in at 144.5 pounds, and he is 27 years old. He is training again, like we said, out of Team Hard Knocks.
Yes, Hard Knocks MMA.
He does have a record of 0-1-0, so he's been on the losing side. He's trying to turn that around. What else do we know about them?
Well, again, what we talked about before is the Team Hard Knocks. It's a group of guys that, you know, they represent the school of Hard Knocks. It's not a specific gym that they're actually training at and taking on fighters, but it is a group of guys that gets together and they do kind of start training a little bit and working on what they feel they need to do to step into the cage and start making some waves.
Well, and you do have Kevin Allred. He is in the corner that he is kind of one of those house corners, I guess is kind of how we look at him.
Yeah, he basically will corner people that don't have two corners or sometimes that don't have a single corner. So it's nice to have him here for the show. And again, you're going to see him multiple times tonight cornering, so it's not just for the School of Hard Knocks guys.
Well, let's hear about his opponent.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in last night at 142.5 pounds with a current amateur record of 1-4. Doing it for Fillmore MMA, let's hear it for Hector Martinez!
All right, coming out to the cage, we have Hector Martinez. Now, this young man is 20 years old, and he has 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighed in at 142.5 pounds with a record of 1-4-0. What do we know about this guy?
Well, we know he's coming out of Fillmore MMA. I mean, what do we know about that? I don't know much.
They're in Fillmore, Utah. There's a group of guys, they've come out and they've represented before. I don't know a whole lot about the gym because it's a little bit of a commute for me, so I haven't gone down and actually talked to the guys in person, enrolled with anybody and seen what they do. But
Gotcha.
I do know his last fight was against Gage Street. It was a unanimous decision, so we know he's got the ability to go all 3 rounds. In fact, all but two of his 5 fights are the only ones that didn't go to decision. So his win was rear naked choke. He had 1 loss by triangle choke, and then the rest were all decisions. So he's gone the distance 4 times.
Multiple times.
Yeah, he's gone the distance before, so he can definitely get in the cage and go for all 3 rounds.
Well, I believe I remember seeing him fight before. I mean, I believe he comes out here and he's kind of scrappy. I believe he kind of has a grappling heavy.
Yes, more of a wrestling heavy.
A grappling heavy kind of style, shall I say. I mean, this is going to be an interesting one. Well, and if I remember correctly, too, doesn't he have took a couple losses early in his career?
Yeah.
And then he got a W a little bit later on?
Yeah, so he actually had 4 losses and then a win and then an additional loss. His record's actually 1-5.
Well, I do know that we were waiting for him to get here kind of late because I was walking through and I saw Misty Lynn and she was saying, oh, he's not here yet.
I mean, he's got a long drive.
See, here he goes. He grabs that single leg.
Nice takedown.
He's in side control.
Doing really good job on that side control, keeping the knees and elbow in tight, not giving Canales a lot of room to move.
And this is why he goes the distance, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely. He's able to grind it out.
Yep.
He's got that shoulder, the arm and shoulder. Watch him go for the mount.
Got it.
Secures it, has hooks
he
in.
might have it here. He can get him to roll over. Yep.
Yep, as long as he stays loose for
Choke
that
him.
roll.
Choke a little half Nelson. Gets him to
He's doing a great job riding on top and letting Canales move around underneath him.
Using good hip pressure.
And he's going for that shoulder choke. He's got to get his head a little bit deeper into the shoulder if he can push that.
I think he can get the tap without it being perfect.
Possibly. I think he needs to get it a little bit deeper, though.
I agree.
Like that. Try and drag that the bicep across the jaw and start walking around towards the head.
Come out. Come on, bud. You got him.
He just needs to come out the rest of the way and start walking up. There he
goes. Keep your head on
goes.
the mat. Keep your head on the mat, my friend.
There he goes. And,
See?
Yeah, Canales is able to get a little bit of room there.
Keep your head on the mat, my friend. Keep it on the mat. He's going back there. He wants the control.
No, he's just trying to get it a little deeper. He's getting his head deeper towards the shoulder. And then he's going to Looks like he's just going to pressure it from the mount.
I like how nice, slow, methodical, get a little pressure in there.
Absolutely. Position, then submission.
Yep, agreed all day. Now you lift it up a little bit too. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, go for the strikes.
They get him turned over and just slide it underneath. Say no.
Landing some nice, clean shots.
Yep,
And Tyler Tomlinson, referee, is starting to look close on this rear naked choke.
Oh, it's against the face. That's okay. It can still work.
I was going to say, I can't tell if it's against the face.
I think it is, but I still think you can get the tap.
Pain compliance. I've seen taps on that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll start breaking your jaw at some point in time. It's below your eyelids.
He may be under there. There's the tap. Yeah, he was all the way under on that, too.
Beautiful.
So, beautiful job. Way to go. Hector Martinez coming out and getting the win tonight.
Hey, he's got 2 out of his last 3.
Yeah, you know what? That's how you start developing a streak. Great job. He looked very dominant. His wrestling and his control was really good tonight.
He did. Beautiful.
Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get both fighters to the center of the ring. You know what to do, gang. Make some noise for these fighters. Your winner, 2 minutes, 20 seconds into round number 1. Tap out due to rear naked choke out of the black corner, Hector Martinez.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Hector Martinez. Dude, that was a beautiful fight, man. You were in control the entire time, methodically going for that shoulder choke and then switched it up for the rear naked. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good. No injuries, so Pat, sign me up for December. And that's it, pretty much, besides my friends over there in the corner. Time for La Peda, huh, Gerald?
Is there anyone else you want to thank tonight?
Just the people that came out and support me. That's it.
All right, and you're going to come back and do this again? You're going to try for next month, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, congratulations. We can't wait to see you come back and do this again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Hector Martinez!
Dude, those are going to look like the before the fight pictures. Your hair didn't even get messed up, brother. Congratulations, sir. One more with the Bud Girls. Smile big. Walking out of here with his second win tonight. One more time, make some noise for Hector Martinez. I'm telling you guys, the more noise you make, they hear it in the back. They come out here on fire. You guys ready for fight number 7? All right, fight number 7 brought to you by my good friend Wayne Brown, Extreme Fire Protection. We only deal with the best companies as sponsors. You need anything in Extreme Fire Protection, look him up. Talk to my buddy Wayne Brown, hanging out with his brothers. Polyriders in the house, much love and respect. They are hooking you up with another amateur MMA bout, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 185.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0, doing it for Cache Valley Fitness and MMA. Make some noise for Mitch Olson.
Oh, I like it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, making his way out to the cage, we have Mitch Olson. This young man is 23 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in 185.5 pounds, with an amateur record of 1-0-0. What do we know about this guy?
Well, we know that he is coming out of Cache Valley. Like we said before, that's Coach Kofi right there. We got Cody Udi back there behind them. I mean, they are putting out a lot of great guys these days, a lot of high-quality MMA.
Well, they're just putting out a lot of fighters that are on the card show after show.
Yes.
I mean, tonight, what are we up to? 4 out of their gym right now with Mitch?
They're staying very, very busy. I'm kind of trying to go back and look and count while we're doing this. I should probably be paying attention to them. I mean, and if you take a look at it, I mean, Mitch looks like he's ready to go.
Oh, he looks very confident. He's coming in off of a really good win against Daquan Barber back in August, where he got the TKO. So he's a very tough guy. He's got strong hands. He can land the shots that are going to end the fight. And, you know, he definitely looks composed coming in here.
Oh, definitely. And, I mean, and I love the song.
And it's so slow paced, too, that it just makes it easy to find that center.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
And music is huge for the fighters coming out to the cage. It's what sets the pace for you on the inside. If you got a song that's got a lot of beat that you're moving around a lot to, you're going to come out with that energy. If you're if you're coming out to a song that's really calm and composed, you're generally going to come out calm and composed.
Even a little bit dark.
Yes.
Right?
All right, let's see what his opponent looks like tonight.
All right, and his opponent tonight, coming out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds, and making his amateur MMA debut with us. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Let's hear it for Tristan Garying.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Tristan Garying walking out right now. He's saying 6 foot even. Sorry, I am getting all choked up on this today. He weighed in at 184.5 pounds. He is 24 years old. He's training out of One Hit MMA. He does have that perfect record of 0-0-0. So what do we know?
One of those O's has got to go.
Yes, it is. So what do we know? That's Aldo again, right?
Yep, Aldo, head coach over there at One Hit. But then we've got this really kind of lanky striker guy behind him there.
Yes, he's a little handsome.
Yes, he's very, very good looking man that you may have seen on Bellator and SteelFist fight night in the past.
Yes. And it looks like he has his his little man purse on Joe Rodriguez.
Yes. Now, that's just showing Joe is part of One Hit MMA, but he doesn't always come out and corner guys unless he's someone that also trains with this person, right?
Yes.
So he's putting in some work with Tristan. It's not just someone that's part of the gym, and because of that, he's here cornering them.
No. Joe is a long-time guy. He puts work in with people. And, you know, Tristan's a newer guy at the gym, just started coming a little bit ago. He definitely has a wrestling pedigree. He's a D1 wrestler. He's going to come out here, and he's going to try to put your hands on you, put you on the ground, and then start beating you up from there.
Right. Against someone like Mitch Olson, that might not work. You know, this is...
That's why I think this matchup is going to be great, right?
Absolutely. And, you know, both of these guys do have that wrestling background. I think that this is one that's going to match up really well. I'm excited to see which one, you know, is able to kind of eke out, especially if it goes
their will.
Yes, exactly. And I want to see if both of these guys go straight to a wrestling game.
It could. They could start to throwing hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could cancel itself out, and they have to throw hands. That's what happens more than half the time when I'm watching.
Mitch Olson definitely looks like he's excited. And there you go. Nice takedown. Good defense by Mitch.
Yeah, and Mitch is being heavy. He got picked up.
But, yeah, that elevator.
Takedown by Tristan.
Even from the body lock, Tristan able to get that elevator to take him down. He wasn't able to get him down with just the traditional. He had to pick him up and drop him.
No. Well, Mitch has a great base. Yeah, he had to pick him up first.
Mitch doing a great job of shrimping that knee in, getting that second leg out. Ooh, sneaky by Tristan.
Yes. And tell you, Tristan has got that ground game, and this is where he wants the fight.
Oh,
he wants to. You notice that from the beginning, take you down. He's got to be careful with those knees, though.
Yeah.
He is new, and he is going to be a little bit aggressive.
He might do some things that he should not be doing.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, and as soon as he got up, he went right back down for that body and going for that crossbody position, and he's really tight on that. He's throwing those knees to the body.
That was to the knee. That wasn't body. That was controlled. But he's got to be careful with those things.
Absolutely.
You know, it just gets scary.
Yes.
We do. What it is you don't want to see a DQ, right? When he's in dominant position like
Looking
that.
to set up for the step around armbar. He's isolating. He's taking that right leg over the head.
Well, and for him, honestly, he might just be going just for control. He really might just be going for control.
No, maybe. Yeah. Looks like he was trying to get that reverse triangle, but it's so hard to finish that one.
Yes.
Because you just don't have the leverage that you want. But great wrestling right now by Tristan, and I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Mitch fighting through.
Well, and Tristan would like to just keep it here. He'd of course, would like to get his leg free, but land some punches, transition to the back in a second. See, he's just starting to try to work there.
Right.
He keeps getting sat down, though.
I like that he's not falling entirely into the wrestling mentality. He's kind of going for a banana split
right there.
But I do like that he wasn't just he was keeping a jiu-jitsu mentality, but Mitch Olson is able to get out, and now let's see if he's able to enforce his will in this position.
That's right. Now he's got his chance on top. We've seen kind of a position reversal right now.
And at this position, he's heavy, and Tristan doesn't have a lot of room to maneuver like you would in a traditional wrestling match from that referee position. Being up against the cage like that, there's not a lot you can do.
Can't explode forward.
No, you have to explode upward.
Yes. Back pressure is a little bit different.
Oh, good job by Tristan. Kind of sneaking away from that knee, going really high with that leg and then trapping
he's
it.
trying to lock up that back leg. You can see him.
No, he was sucking it in too.
Yeah.
But there's less than 10 seconds left of this round, and you're going to see Mitch Olson right out on top.
And this is going to make this a difficult round.
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. You got the takedown by Tristan. You've got some good ground and pound by Tristan Olson. You got Tristan getting some really good positions, but then you've got
him
Mitch
losing that position.
Yes, Mitch fighting through and establishing that same dominant type position to ride out the rest of the round and still landing shots from inside there.
Now, I would say Mitch's was not for as long of a period of time.
No.
If my brain,
I agree, but the downside is it's humans that are judging this thing, right?
I agree.
And the last impression of the round is generally what's going to sway it, and that could have easily swayed the judges.
That's what made it so difficult.
Yes, absolutely.
That little bit of time kind of equated to the same amount of time due to the fact that it was at the end.
Potentially, in the eyes of the judges.
Oh, come on, we know everything. We know what happened.
I've been wrong 90% of the time, every time.
All right, they're coming out. Let's see. Tristan had his hands on his hips. He's got a smile on his face.
Let's see who's a little more fatigued from that first round.
Yeah.
I love that Mitch is he's excited to be in a fight.
Yep. That's what I like that about Mitch.
Ooh, nice strikes by Mitch.
1, 2, 3.
Good hand positioning, but again, Tristan coming down the inside.
Yeah, Tristan wants that takedown.
High in the crotch, he's going to get it.
I'm telling you, he wants that takedown. And he got it. Now he's going to get on top, and he's going to control the position, work for some control.
Going to drag
he's going to
that
slide
knee.
a knee on belly. You know, I mean, right now he's working. He should keep tight, at least control where he's at. Use his head, get a little bit of head pressure.
I like seeing that Mitch is pushing that knee through and kind of shrimping it in. Even though he's against the cage, it's hard to suck out and get that position, but he's still shrimping that knee through.
He is, and he's in a position where he can punch down like that. You know, Mitch can go ahead and punch down on his head. There he goes, and he might open up something as he's doing so. At least be able to slide his hand through.
Tristan's landing those, but he's got to be careful with what part of the hand he's hitting with.
Yes, he's got to punch with the fist. Posture up. Tristan's working that far side arm. He's working control.
Almost looked like he was going to shoot for a Kimura and then switched on it.
Well, and here we go. We're using the cage on top, and we reversed it.
Wow, what a reversal from Mitch Olson, just locking up the cage. And what I loved about it, he didn't interlace his toes. He pushed against the flat of his foot against the cage the whole way through.
He did it beautifully.
That was really well executed.
It came out almost like a 180 half-moon arc on the cage, and he's on top. And here he's starting to impose his will, and he was landing some heavier shots earlier. They're working for
Tristan's
position.
doing a good job of
position.
putting that foot in the hip to try and create some space. But Mitch is really putting on the pressure right now.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. You know, and this is it. We do have room to explode right here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we're getting to our feet. Let's see if we can fight the hands.
You know, this is where if I'm Mitch, I'm looking for a soup.
Yeah, we're looking.
Yeah! Oh, I didn't even mean to call that, but I'm glad I did. That was beautiful suplex.
You called it. Nice mat return.
That was beautiful, and now you got Mitch climbing up, going for that rear naked choke. He does not have his hooks in, and I think he's high on the jaw.
It looks like it.
It doesn't look like he's low enough, And Tristan grabbed his mouthpiece, threw it in, ate a couple punches. But
It's
great defense by Tristan, keeping that chin down and making it difficult for Mitch. But again, we've seen people tap off of that pain compliance on the jawline.
Yeah, well, and that's what I was saying. It's not a bad move to keep squeezing across the face. In
Absolutely. And now you're seeing Mitch start going to put hooks in. He's got one hook in. There you go. Nice. There, we're going to see it. Round number 3.
Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are getting a treat.
This is a great fight for the night right now. This one has been so good for guys that combined had one fight coming in here.
Yes.
This has been outstanding, back and forth. And I'm impressed both ways. Tristan's wrestling and takedowns have been phenomenal, but Mitch's drive, his heart, and then his ability to establish a dominant position once he's there and maintain it has been impressive.
Well, he's been able to capitalize on something at some point to reverse the position.
Yes.
And then when he's on top.
And he got a suplex.
That was a beautiful suplex.
So he landed some shots really clean.
Let's
that
see if we can
forced
get a clip of
Tristan.
that suplex come out.
At the beginning of the round, you saw, here's the walk right there. That was beautiful.
Over the top.
And at the beginning of the round.
Here we go. Here's the suplex.
Suplex right. So pretty. So beginning of the round, you've got Mitch landing those strikes, forces Tristan to go for the takedown, and then Tristan did really well when he was on top, but Mitch was able to reverse and do enough, I think, that he, in my opinion, won that round.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Mitch is hanging in there, but I would say Mitch is kind of doing better than Tristan at this point.
Especially in that round.
Yes, and I think that's what's pulling. Oop.
Big left by Mitch.
He caught him again.
Mitch Olsen landed a big left, and now he's just throwing a fury in the corner.
I mean, oop. Nice, we flipped it over. We got the Red Bull knocked over, but we are still in business, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a beautiful reverse by Tristan. Sorry, our monitor got knocked over, spilled everything. This fight has been fun to watch so far, very explosive. And Tristan is really holding on to that ankle to try and drive through and get Mitch onto his back.
Well, and he's got him
his butt right now.
There he goes.
So at this point.
And he goes, woo, when he got to that position.
At this point, Tristan's going to want to suck the hips out, but you got Mitch wanting to stand up, did exactly what he needed to do to get out of that bad position.
And we tried to pull through with the takedown, and we ended up on the bottom.
I think he's a little too fatigued to really get that sacrifice takedown.
Exactly. I don't think that was going to happen there. Maybe earlier on, something like that, we were good. But, I mean, and here we go again. Mitch is kind of on top, and what's happened so far is Mitch been able to stay on top once we got there.
Absolutely. I think Mitch is in that perfect position right now. He's got the hooks in while he's in the mount. He's low enough not to get bucked. Now, he's not in a position that he can really establish some heavy ground and pound, but he can go for small submissions like that Americana that's going to keep Tyler from standing him up.
So he, again, we talked about this earlier, right? Position before submission. He's doing a great job kind of just controlling where he's at.
Right. And now, it is very difficult to finish an Americana from the mount. It's one of those, once you have it secured and established, you need to step around to the outside so that you can really get that torque on the arm. Or sorry, the torque. Not twerk, it's not a dance.
Come on,
you can really get that torque on the arm, so it's really hard to finish from this position, but now that he's got it, you'd want to see him step around to his right side, kick that left leg around, and start getting to the side so he can really crank on the elbow. Force the elbow down towards the lat and start lifting up.
We got 30 seconds left to finish this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it doesn't look like he's fully got. Okay, so it looks like he's trying to smash down for a bicep pinch. I think it looks like Kofi's telling him to sit up and punch. It doesn't look like he's got that full Americana. I would be kind of telling him the same thing, especially as we get down to the click right there. I would love to see Mitch just sit up and start dropping him.
Yep.
And end out the round that way so that he can really secure this round.
Yep, boom, punch.
All right, beautiful fight.
3 rounds, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful fight, ladies and gentlemen. Both these guys.
Yes, that was tough fight.
You know, for someone that has 0 fights in the cage, Tristan came out and put on a great show. I think Mitch, in my opinion, I think Mitch probably won that fight 2-1. I think we're going to see a 30-28. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong, so it's possible. But great job both of these guys for the limited experience that they have in the cage. They put on one hell of a performance.
Yes, they did. This was some high-level MMA, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, let's take it to the cage and find out who won this fight.
Sounds good.
Your red corner, Mitch Olson. Your black corner, Tristan Garrier. Making the judges work again tonight. I'm telling you, guys are seeing some epic skills going on tonight. We are tallying the scorecards now. Talk to your table. Make your friendly, non-monetary wagers. Who do you think got it? And note the love and respect they showed each other once that final bell goes. It's over. Now we're going to see how it ended. All right, I got the answers. You guys ready? Steve Farragher with a score of 29-27. Dan First with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner by unanimous decision out of the red corner, Mitch Olson!
Mitch, let me grab you over here. Beautiful, beautiful fight. Tell me about that. Was that exactly what you expected or what?
It was. Yeah, I don't know if you know, Tristan was D1 wrestler out of Hofstra. I watched every fight, or every one of his college wrestling matches. Every time he had that underhook to body slam that he got me with twice. He's an absolute beast on the mat. I just happened to have a little more time on my hands.
You know what? I can validate you there. I do know a little something about one hit, and he is a beast on the mat, and you did great defending that, and then landing shots also to make him pay. Was that the design?
That was the design. Do my best to counter wrestle. If I get on bottom, get on top. When I need to throw. I thought I saw some submissions there, but it wasn't my night for that.
Well, it was a great fight out of you. What else can we see out of you, out of this cage? Are we expecting you back in here? What's next for you?
I'd expect me back in. I'll have to check with my wife, but
Check with the boss, right? Smart answer, smart answer. So is there any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
I didn't know my parents were going to be here, so that's pretty cool. All my family, all my buddies, Team CVMA. Today's my 1-year anniversary at Cache Valley Martial Arts, so it's awesome to fight for them tonight. Quick Draw Media, Noah and Austin, appreciate them. That's about it.
All right. Well, let me see. You did a great job out there. Everyone, let me give a big round of applause for Mitch Olson.
Great job. Thank you.
Undefeated 2-0 Mitch Olson. I don't know what they're doing up there in Cache Valley, but they are doing something right. Cache Valley Fitness and MMA having a good night. Seriously, I think that might be the fight of the night so far. We still got some more to go, but damn. Now that's a smile. Well done, 2-0. Take a break, man. Congratulations. Something in the water up there in Cache Valley. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys ready for fight number 8? Don't be quitting on me now. Come on, you saw what those guys brought out here. You never know what's coming on next. Fight number 8 brought to you by Homes by Carly. She is not only the best national anthem singer, but also your go-to for home buying. Contact Carly for more information. If you're going to buy a house from somebody, I mean, you can't argue with that. She is hooking you up tonight with the national anthem and fight number 8, another amateur MMA bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 183.5 pounds, currently undefeated, 1-0, doing it for Nevada MMA. Let's hear it for Heavy Hands John Henderson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, John Henderson making his way out to the cage. This young man is 21 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed in at 183.5 pounds. He has a record of 1-0-0. What do we know about this guy, Ryan?
Well, we know he's coming out of Nevada MMA. We do know that in his first fight, he did win by strikes. I think it was in the second round.
Yes, early in the second round.
Yeah, earlier in the second round. And it looks like he's fired up.
Yeah, you know, it's been almost a year since he fought, because it was last December, actually, that he came in. I believe it was Caleb Montez that he fought.
Okay.
So, you know, it's been a while, so I'm kind of curious to see what he's done in the offseason. He's had 11 months before.
Put something together.
Yes, between that fight and this fight. He does have our house corner here this evening.
Yes.
Kevin Allred working with him.
Yes, he does. Well, and we're going to see, like I said, what can he do in 12 months, right? In a year, what has he been able to put together? And I do know his opponent, who we're going to talk about when he comes up, he's been kind of pretty active, at least here at SteelFist as well. Yeah, a couple times, at least in the last year, I think.
Yeah, just once in the last year, but a little bit more recently, so that it's a little bit more in your head.
Yep.
Again, John Henderson, he looks ready for this fight. He does have some heavy hands, so I'm excited to see what his opponent looks like.
Let's hear it about him.
All right, and his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Also currently undefeated at 1-0, doing it for the pit. Make some noise for the caveman, Luke Sanders.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Luke Sanders walking out right now. He stands 6 foot 1 inches tall. He weighed in at 185 pounds, and he is 30 years old. This guy, he's got a record of 1-0-0 as well. So with both of them being 1-0-0, someone's O.
It's got to go.
Yes, sir. He is training out of the pit. What do we know about them?
Well, the pit, you know, we've got Ramsey Najim out there. You've got a bunch of other guys that have been in the game for a while that are training out there. They've got a lot of fighters that are at UFC caliber, as well as other fighters that are at the local level that train and help mentor these guys.
Help coach.
Exactly. Now, one thing I do know is his last fight was against Derek Hamlin back in August. That's why it feels a little bit more familiar to you.
Yes.
We've seen him much more recently. He won that one with a rear naked choke. So, again, it almost looks like that striker versus grappler mentality. I'd like to see how they match up in the cage. And obviously, if you're training with someone like Ramsey Najim, you're going to have a jiu-jitsu game.
Well, I remember he always looks kind of unassuming when he comes out. And then when he fights, it's always like, oh yeah, I remember this guy's pretty good.
Right. Well, he's got that beard that just says, I'm going to win. Right? Like that beard is where all the power is, right?
Power beard.
Power beard, that's right. And get some last-minute checks by the Athletic Commission. This is where they do put on the Vaseline and everything else around the face.
Yes.
The easy-to-break skin around the eyebrows and the cheeks. So they do that last minute here, cage side, instead of backstage in the corners, so that way the commission can make sure that nothing illegal is being put on them and that Vaseline isn't being put anywhere that it's not allowed, like the body, to make someone slippery and hard to hold on to.
Yeah, in boxing, you can actually have it on the body. You can have it much more liberally.
Yes.
You're not trying to grab them. You're actually not supposed to be grabbing them specifically.
And in MMA, it's supposed to be a thin sheen, and it's only supposed to be in designated areas.
Exactly. Kind of the bandit areas is the way they describe it.
All right. We're going to see this thing happen.
Well, we might have some heavy hands coming out.
Ooh. Nice head kick attempt. Didn't really pan out too well, but really good job scrambling and pushing on that takedown.
Exactly. He kind of made lemonade out of lemons there.
Yeah, absolutely. He was able to get full mount for a minute. Kind of a little too aggressive and losing the position instead of putting the hips in and forcing it down. But at the same time, still able to keep that position.
Yeah, he's working.
Yeah, John Henderson's doing great, establishing that good position. He's got that half mount, making it very difficult for Luke Sanders to try and shrimp through and get a full guard.
Well, and he's working. He's working.
He's staying tight.
He's got him against the cage, which is making it a little bit more difficult for Sanders to kind of work off of that.
Yes. And he's driving forward. He's got he was pushing the head into the chin.
See him wall white like we did in our last. Well, he's a little bit more entangled there, but
yes. Yeah, the wall walk's not usually going to work out the way that it did in that last fight.
There. Nice methodical work. Somebody is bleeding back there. I can kind of see it right there, right in front of us. Just a little bit of maybe arm something.
Not 100% sure if it's some blood from the nose of,
that's what I'm thinking,
of Luke, or if it's just a little bit of cage rub on the back of the shoulder on the outside that you can't see from the camera, but we can see perfectly right there.
Directly in front of us. They tried to shrimp. Good control on top.
No, they're looking great. I think that John is really establishing that position, but now he loosened up just enough, turning away from the cage like that allowed Luke to get that full guard. Going for the slam. And
he kicked him in the face.
Luke wasn't having any of that.
You want to fight now?
I love that Luke immediately let go of the guard and pops up to his feet as soon as he starts getting elevated like that.
Oh, and look at that.
Oh! That one was right up the middle. That was, that one didn't even look accidental.
Well,
that was right up the middle. There was no aiming. Hard to blame that one on being an accident. So what happens in this scenario where there's an illegal blow like that?
Well, they get 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
up to 5 minutes.
Up to 5 minutes. He can take as much as he wants of it, as little of it he wants of it. You're going to have the referee go over them, talk to them. He might assess a point. He might not.
Referee's discretion. Generally, if he gives a warning like that and there's another one, there will be a point deduction.
Yes,
That is
the
pretty
general
easy.
rule / consensus.
Big right hand by John Henderson.
Waited till he kicked, hit him with the 2. Now again, he's on top, kind of working from this top position.
Making it really hard for Luke to climb up into any offensive posture from the guard.
Yeah, I'm getting right back to being on top again. Kind of like how we were in, round 1. You know,
earlier.
He's continued. He's continued.
He's continued. That break for the groin shot almost feels like it was an entire round ago.
Exactly.
All right, we've got 10 seconds left.
So he's going to finish the round on top. He kind of
landing some big shots.
Yep.
Got the knockdown too. So I think that this is easily going to be a round that goes to John Henderson. That little scramble at the end, he was still trying to drive forward, and then
they're just fighting.
Yeah. I mean, there were no punches thrown off of that. He was driving forward when the bell rang, so it was kind of a flop over from the momentum. But right here, you see that nice kick attempt where he dropped down but still scrambled through, was able to get that. When he lifts him up to try and slam him, and Luke says, nope. And right to his feet, and then right here, right up the middle. I would say the only reason I think that Tyler gave a warning is he didn't see it from the angle we were able to, both from that camera and from where we're sitting. Yeah. I think that one would have been easy to call flagrant.
Well, I'm not exactly sure what his intent is there. I mean, I know he was pretty angry. He might have just been more reckless with it. But the idea is...
When you're that tight and your knee just goes upward, you're not aiming for a leg. You're just kneeing. And that's...
And that may have been what it is. I'm up. I get to punch now, and I'm going to knee you too while we're at it. Why I get a chance. Right. Because I've just been spending the last, how long on my back.
Right.
And now I need to get going. I wouldn't want to think that he would be malicious. I think it was more aggression. Aggression that went awry.
Right. Nice exchange. Again, John Henderson really throwing those hands.
Oh, yeah, he's coming and throwing heavy ones.
Luke trying to grab him, and Luke's wobbled.
Oh, yep, it's over, ladies and gentlemen.
It's
over, ladies and gentlemen.
John Henderson lands with some big shots and just
multiple.
Put Luke down.
Yes.
That was a phenomenal finish. Right, probably about the first 20 seconds of round number 2. John Henderson with a nice. Now I want to know if they're going to call that a TKO or a KO.
I think they're going to call it a KO.
I think so too. It definitely looked like Luke's eyes rolled back and he went limp.
Yes.
That was a great finish by John Henderson, coming out getting his second win in the MMA cage.
Well, and here he's sitting down. He's being respectful. He had his moment where he had to celebrate. It is what it is. Then he kind of takes a breather, checking on his opponent. Again, we have the doc in there, checking him out, not letting anybody in yet.
And Luke's sitting up. They're bringing over the stool to let Luke sit on it, but I don't think that the Doc's too worried about anything. We're going to let the seconds, the corners come into the cage here really soon after the Doc does a couple quick cognitive tests, and then we're going to see this fight go to the actual cards. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
All right, I got both fighters back up in the center of the ring. Do me a favor, gang, make some noise! Your winner, 19 seconds into round number 2 by knockout, heavy hands, John Henderson!
All right, I'm here with your winner, John Henderson. John, dude, those hands look phenomenal in that round. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great, man. It was a long time getting back in here. 2 injuries in a row I had to pull out. Fucking sucked, but here we are.
Did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
Nah, man. I wanted to keep it on the feet the whole first round, but we went down and still did good, but gonna do better next time.
All right, is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I got a bunch of people from my hometown. Came all the way here. Thank you, guys. And I want to thank my brother and my best friend, Jared Short, for the help, and all the friends watching back home in Carlin. Thank you, guys.
All right, are you going to come back here and do this for us again?
Hell yeah.
All right, man, congratulations. And everyone give it up for your winner, John Henderson.
Where's Team Henderson now? Make some noise for your boy, would you? Now you know why they call him Heavy Hands. Holy smokes. Did you guys notice, though, if you were paying attention, the love and respect between those two fighters, once the battle's over, it's nothing but love and respect. They both know they put in the work. And John, walking out of here, still undefeated, 2-0. Who's ready for fight number 9? All right, you guys are still with me. I appreciate that. Fight number 9 brought to you by the guy trying to take my job over there. Legacy Roofing, man. He's a roofing expert. He's not bad on the mic either. Utah's best commercial and residential roofing specialist. Don't mess around. Call a professional. They'll climb up there for free. They'll let you know what you need. Give them a call at Legacy Roofing. They are sponsoring an amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds with a current amateur record of 2-1-1. Doing it for the Pit SLC and Eastman Fitness. Let's hear it for Darian Orvin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Darian Orvin. This young man is 25 years old, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds with a record of 2-1-1. Also touting the best entrance song of the night, in my opinion. This is my favorite musical of all time. I think I've said that every time he's come out to the cage.
I think you have.
What do we know about this young man, Ryan?
Well, we know this guy. He's training out of the Pit SLC and Eastman Fitness. I believe he's a co-owner now of Eastman Fitness. That's Robbie Eastman
right behind him, yes.
Yep. And I know this guy is coming out here. I think this is going to be his toughest test to date. And, you know, he's coming out here trying to put on a performance for his students, for everyone around him. And, you know, this guy's really putting a lot into this. He's putting a lot into this camp. And I know he's trying to give this kind of a shot. But I also know he's got kind of a musical theater career that he does.
Oh, really?
I believe so.
Oh, that's outstanding. I know that he goes by the Duelist, right? And I know his last fight was actually a win against Andrew London back in August. And then I believe his draw, that one on the end there, it was actually back, I want to say around June, against Kawhi Thompson, and it was what's called a majority draw. So 2 of the 3 judges called it a draw, and the 3rd judge actually thought that somebody won the fight. But it doesn't matter what they think. If 2 judges call it a draw, it's a majority draw. So, I mean, he's got some good fights under his belt. Noberto Ortiz and his one loss against Jake Conzel.
Again, so, I think this is going to be his toughest one to date. I know he's been kind of touting it as such. I do know he's sat in this seat before, and he has commentated some fights.
He actually commentated last show. I got sick the day before the fights with the flu. Could not come in because we live in an environment now where you're an idiot if you get sick and go to a populated place. And you were cornering your son fighting. So it was actually Ben McNeil and Darian Orvin that filled in for you and I. And they did a phenomenal job. So he definitely has a good speaking voice as well as some decent hands to bring to the cage.
Well, and right now he's about ready to get in the cage and do his thing. He got his cup.
Got to make sure his cup's in the right place.
That magic thing.
Yeah, it's there.
All right.
All right.
We need that one before we go in the cage, ladies and gentlemen.
And Darian is very comfortable inside the cage. You know, he does have enough fights under his belt that he's comfortable coming in here. He definitely looks calm and composed. And let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 155.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0. Doing it for Vigilante Academy, let's hear it for Robin Weiss.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Robin Welsh walking out right now. He stands 5 foot 10 inches tall. He weighed in at 155.5 pounds, and he is 27 years old. And ladies and gentlemen, he is 1-0-0. What else do we know about this guy?
You know, I don't know a whole lot about his gym with Vigilante, but I can tell you a little bit about him. He actually fought last. He's only got the one fight, but it was here at SteelFist back in September while I was dying and you were cornering your son.
Yes.
And it was against Armando Tinoco, and he actually got the win in round number 1 by strikes at 43 seconds into the round.
I believe, and this is what I've heard from Darian. Darian, when he was commentating it, he says something to the effect of, you know, this was a big scary guy that knocked someone out.
And then he takes a fight against him after saying that. So,
and that's exactly kind of what he discussed. So like I said, I do believe this is going to be the toughest thing to date. I do believe that Darian is going to be looking up the hill a little bit, at least since he saw that knockout last time.
Yes.
And, you know, coming out of a win with a knockout, you know, he's going to come out here and he's going to try to be putting on a show.
Oh, and he's going to be confident in his hands and his ability, too. You don't get a knockout that fast and that early into your very first fight and not come out confident.
Exactly. So we're going to come out, go out number 2, and I'm sure his game plan is to put him to sleep.
Yep. Hands in the face.
Right? And honestly, he might be able to. We're going to see what happens. We're going to check Darian's chin probably this fight.
He definitely looks calm. He's very composed. He looks with a nice little smile at the camera. So he looks like he's ready to be here. You got Darian over there moving back and forth, playing to the music.
Yep.
You know, both of these guys look calm and ready for this fight. So I'm excited to see what it looks like when they start to bang.
Exactly. What happens after that first exchange?
But I do got to say, I think that Robin is the bigger 155.
Yeah, definitely.
He definitely has the thicker build for this weight class.
Yes, definitely. Well, I know Darian was debating this and having this discussion about, am I big enough for 155?
Right, and I believe he used to fight 145 in past fights, right?
Yes, and I do believe he's trying to go up because I think it's the idea that he thinks it's more of a natural weight class up at 55.
Ooh, nice right by Darian.
Yeah, he threw one right down the pipe, landed it. We're in a clinch.
Welch doing a great job inside that clinch and grabbing the clinch too. very aggressive
Very
in there.
aggressive first, 30 seconds of this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, nice uppercut by Robin. Right through the center there.
Nice kind of back and forth action. It's a little bit fast. It's a little bit, quick.
It is, but it's still controlled. Robin doing a great job putting him against the cage and dragging him down by the head and shoulder.
Yeah, controlling the position.
Yep, it wasn't a throw-type takedown, but it was a solid takedown nonetheless, and he's doing a great job establishing that position.
Good job getting him away from the fence, see if he can flatten him out on his back.
Darian trying to sneak out the back in a very unusual way.
Yes.
But, he definitely seems to have changed the position. If he can rotate a little bit more and get his knee, one on the inside, one on the outside, it might have been a little beneficial.
We finally flattened him out. We got foam out.
Robin does a great job dragging that knee across and setting down.
Now, as long as Robin will kind of slow down, he can control this position right here, start dropping bombs, and work from there.
Again, a long time ago, you and I used to talk a lot about being on the bottom in a mount position. And a great job doing the trap and roll by Darian.
And Matt kind of discussed, is it an inverted mount?
Yes. Yeah, great job. Now, Darian's doing a good job of trying to drive through and posture up. But Robin's controlling that, and he's got that armbar tight. See if Darian's able to withstand it. Flattening him out makes it a lot harder. Robin's got that arm, but is he going to be able to finish? Oh, yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Robin Waits
ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, phenomenal job. Robin just methodically moved up the body and climbed up and put that armbar on. Give it up to Darian for holding out that long and not tapping when he was in danger. Man, making Robin put him in a very dangerous position by hyperextending even further by getting under it.
Yes. Well, there they go. He got the W. He got the finish. It wasn't a knockout, but we got it either way in the first round.
He's got to win by knockout. He's got to win by submission. Great job, Robin Waite, coming in here and getting that second hand raised undefeated. Let's make this thing official.
You guys are seeing some fights tonight. Both fighters to the center of the cage. You know what to do. Make some noise. Your winner, 1 minute, 48 seconds into round number one. Tap out due to armbar. Out of the black corner, Robin Weiss.
Robin, let me get you over here.
How's it
going? I'm doing great. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic.
Sounds like you are after that quick finish.
Yes, sir.
So, was that the plan? Tell me what the game plan was going out there.
Game plan was to strike, but I'll take it wherever it goes. I'm dangerous everywhere, so watch out. I'm coming for that 155-pound division. Anybody can get it.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Is that the game plan moving forward? I always ask that question, and we go see you about this cage. Tell us about it.
I want to unlock these elbows and knees to the head, so I think I might be going pro here soon. So I want to split some skulls. Let's go, baby.
All righty. Was there any family, fans, sponsors you want to thank?
I want to thank my team, Vigilante Academy, my family, of course, my mom. Love you, Mom. My family in Europe, in Vienna right now. Love you, Carmen. And of course, I forgot last time, but the family in California. I love you guys. That's pretty much it right there. On to the next one.
All right, everybody, big round of applause for Robin Weiss. Good fight.
Might be a name you want to remember. You saw him here. He's still undefeated at 2-0. Giving a shout out to Mom because he's a good boy. Smile for your pictures. Congratulations, Robin. Fantastic win. One more picture, you're done for the night. We are rolling it right along. You guys ready for fight number 10? All right, we'll do it again. I'm sorry. Are you guys ready for fight number 10? My mic must have cut out or something. Thank you. Fight number 10 brought to you by longtime SteelFist sponsor, Jones Subwoofer Solutions, the biggest bass and the best in the audio industry. Check them out on Facebook. Nothing's too big, nothing's too small. These guys know what they're doing. They will make your car go boom. Jones Subwoofer Solutions, hooking you up with fight number 10, another amateur MMA bout, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 179.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 2-0, doing it for 4-7. Let's hear it for Trace Tuckett!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Trace Tuckett. This young man is only 19 years old, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 179.5 pounds, with an amateur record of 2-0, representing 4-7 Jiu-Jitsu. What do we know about Trace, and what do we know about 4-7?
Well, we know that he's a beast, number one.
Oh, yeah.
Number two, he's training out of 4-7. We got Rad Martinez right there. We got Brian Jones in the back.
Absolutely.
I mean,
and Coach Jason Mertlich over there. It used to be the guys over at the Pit Elevated back in the day. When the Pit Elevated changed ownership as far as the facility, the majority of the gym went over to 4-7 under Coach Mertlich.
Yes. So, I mean, we got a plethora of people over there.
Yeah, with a lot of experience.
Putting out, I mean, tough guys left and right.
Absolutely. And I know, talking about Trace, his last 2 fights, obviously he's 2-0, undefeated. His last fight was back in September against Perry Taylor, where he won a decision, won all 3 rounds. And then Bronson Buck was his first fight, I want to say around June, and also here in the SteelFist cage.
Okay.
And Bronson wasn't able to answer the bell at the end of at the beginning of the second round.
Huh. Well, he must have put in some lickings on him first.
No, he did his job very well. So, you know what? Let's take it to the cage and see what his opponent looks like.
Sounds good.
All right, here's the opponent tonight. Going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 174 pounds with a current amateur record of 2-1. Doing it for Norse MMA. Let's hear it for Eric Walk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eric Walk coming out right now. He stands 5 foot 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 174 pounds. He is 27 years old, and he has a record of 2-1-0, and he is representing Team Norse MMA. Do we know much about those guys?
I can tell you I know absolutely nothing about Team Norse MMA, but I do know a little bit about Eric Walk. He got a loss in his last fight here at SteelFist Fight Night, his only fight here at SteelFist, back in, I want to say, February of this year, and it was against Christian Reese. He lost, I want to say, pretty early on in round number 1 by strikes, but prior to that, both of his fights were for Mountain Force up in Evanston.
Okay.
And he won both of those by punches, both, again, early in the first round. So he's both won and lost by strikes early in his fights. I don't think that he's had more than 2 minutes between all 3 of his fights.
So he gets out there and throws, is what it sounds like.
He comes out and he bangs from the get-go.
Well, that sounds good. I mean, he's going to go over there, and again, he's got a tough opponent coming out of 4-7. I do want to make a correction. I said Brian Jones, and I meant Brian Thomas.
Yes, yeah. A good catch, because I thought you said Brian Thomas. So that's how well I'm paying attention to you talk.
I needed to correct myself because I screwed that one up.
Yeah, Brian Thomas is the guy that looks like Robin Hood over in the corner of Trace Tuckett. So right now you got Tyler Tomlinson, the referee, giving some last-minute checks with Eric Walk, making sure that he's good to go. Checking, he's going to ask about the cup, make sure goes over a couple of the corner stuff that they talked about in the pre-fight fighter meeting. And then he's going to bring them both in, cover a couple more pieces, say have a good, clean fight, and then we're going to see some action.
Yes, we are.
All right, if you're just tuning in, we've got Trace Tuckett in the red corner wearing the black trunks, and we've got Eric Walk in the red corner wearing the black and purple troll trunks.
Yep. Well, it looks like it's going to start fast, and Homeboy's just going to throw hands.
Yeah, I expect that from both of these guys.
Well, I think Tracy's going to be a little bit more controlled, but I do think he's going to land some heavy shots. There we go.
Well, he covers up and goes straight for a body lock.
Well, it's an easy way to control.
Whoa.
Wait, something is
There was a knee to the groin.
Oh.
It looked to be more upper inside thigh on the left thigh, but it may have connected to the groin. I don't know. He's got up to 5 minutes to recover from this. Generally, we don't see many fighters take the full 5 minutes.
No, the good side to this is he's going to be able to come out and throw some more punches like that.
Yeah, and it was early enough in the round that it's really not going to make much of a difference. Still got 2 minutes and 47 seconds left right now.
We're just going to get to see a second restart.
Ooh, nice big right. Ooh, nice left from Trace in response to those big looping left and rights from Eric Walk.
That's what Eric Walk's all about.
Oh, Eric Walk's swinging like a haymaker and a windmill at the same time. But they're hitting hard. When they connect, it's
throwing those hammers.
Oh, north like crazy.
Yeah, upwards, downwards.
He's throwing Milner from every direction it can go. Nice spinning back fist. I actually like that.
Now, Trace dealing with this level of aggression and wildness is not typical, right?
No, not at all. I think that this is probably one of the more wild fights that. Ooh, Trace completely missed on that. Great job covering his head on standing up. Smart, intelligent move there. You miss. You don't want to get blasted on while you're trying to get back to your feet.
No, and especially from a guy who's trying to take your head off with those big hammers.
From the get-go.
Yes. You know that one was coming with 100 miles.
Oh! Trace landed a big shot. This fight's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Kind of a weird stoppage, ladies and gentlemen, but it's over.
Yeah, no, Trace showed a lot of control there. A lot of control, landing that shot as soon as he saw Eric Walk tumble. He stopped himself. A lot of times you're going to see the fighters go for blood and finish. You stop when the ref stops you.
Yes.
That was great control by Trace Tuckett.
You know what? Great kind of control, great sportsmanship on his part. And you know what? He was done. It was over. He did his job.
Absolutely. And looking over in the corner right now, it looks like Eric's saying that his eye, he can't see out of his left eye. So it looks like that right cross just landed right there, flush on the eye, and one wobbled him legitimately. But on top of that, I don't think that Eric can see out of that and recognize that, so he didn't stand up to continue fighting. So it was a great stop by Tyler Thompson stepping in.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. Good for him to get in there. And, you know, now we wait for the corners to come in. There they come.
Yep, Doc steps out, corners get to come in, and we're going to take this thing to the cage and make it official.
Sounds good.
All right, I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center of the ring. Trace, Eric, can I get both fighters to the center of the cage, please? Do me a favor, man. Make some noise for these two, would you? Your winner, 1 minute, 24 seconds in round number 1 by TKO. All right, corner, Trace Tuckett.
Control, stepping back when you saw him go down, understanding that the fight was over and not adding extra damage at the end. That very commendable. How are you feeling right now?
Feeling great, man. Feeling great. I feel like that couldn't have gone better. Except for that kick. I wanted that head kick so bad, but...
But you got up real fast after you missed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think I defended well. Proud of this performance. Last few I wasn't proud of, to be honest. So it's good to put on a good performance and stay tight, stay clean.
Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, hey, man. I love this sport. This is all I have. I've dedicated my life to this sport. That being said, 4-7, I'd like to thank you. They have forged me into the fighter I am today. and I am honored to represent them. I'd also like to thank all the veterans out there. Thank you, guys. I'd like to thank my parents and everybody who came out to see me. Thank you, guys.
All right, man. Are you going to come back and do this for us again?
Of course, I love this shit, man.
Outstanding, man. Well, congratulations. We can't wait to see you again. Everyone give it up for your winner, Trace Tuckett.
You lost your corner, man. I guess you have to stand with the Bud girls. I don't know what to tell you, brother. They're coming back. They're coming back. We got to get the pictures. Again, undefeated. Now 3-0. Well done, Trace. Good work. That's going on the wall. You know that's a keeper. All right, that is it. You're a winner of fight number 10, Trace Tuckett, 3-0, and he loves this shit. You guys ready for the co-main event? Can you believe it? Appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Absolutely love all of you. This is no fun without you. So thank you so much for participating. We've had a pretty good night so far, you think? We got 2 more to go. Co-main event brought to you by, one more time, my friends at Legacy Roofing, Utah's best commercial and residential roofing. You've heard me say it a bunch of times. Their trucks are everywhere. Good people doing good work. Give them a call for a free roof inspection. Legacy Roofing hooking you up with your co-main event. An amateur bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0. Doing it for Team Agima. Make some noise for Patrick McKinney.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Patrick McKinney. This man is 29 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds.
He's a big boy.
Yes, he is. He's undefeated with a record of 1-0-0. What do we know about this guy, Ryan?
Well, we know he's coming out of Hank's Hammer House, I believe it's what it's called. And I believe that Hank's Weiss's old place is what I was told.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Right?
Yeah, I believe he's also training at other places. But I know his last fight, his one fight that he had with us was against Jesus Lopez at the last show, again, where I was out dying and you were cornering.
Yeah, it was a one-punch knockout or like a quick, heavy hand.
Yeah, as Jesus was coming in,
yes,
he threw that shot that just wobbled him. Lots of power in this man's hands.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, and I didn't get to see the fight. I don't know if we got to see a lot out of him.
It was 9 seconds into the first round. It was
exactly
fast.
We didn't get to see much as to what this guy could do, or maybe we did.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Maybe we saw everything. Maybe we
know.
saw everything in that 9 seconds. Maybe we didn't see what he can do after that because he just landed that big shot. Maybe he's got a lot more tools in the tank. And there's Hank Weiss right there behind him in the that man. If you don't know who Hank Weiss is, he's one of the legendary greats of Utah. MMA. Back when MMA first started, it used to be NHB, no holds barred, before the unified rules and everything came into play. And Hank Weiss was one of the all-time greats back in the day. So having someone like that in your corner, definitely look for someone that can submit, triangles, leg locks, all the beautiful things, as well as obviously punching really, really hard. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in last night at 260.5 pounds, with a current amateur record of a 3-1. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Let's hear it for the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez!
Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they can be the
I can see Aldo peeking through.
You got to wait for that spot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here he's coming, the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez. He stands 6 foot 0 inches tall. He weighed in at 260.5 pounds. He is 36 years old. He has a record of 3-1-0, and he is representing One Hit MMA. What do we know about them?
Well, you know, Aldo Arezia, the head coach right there, getting ready to put on all that Vaseline and all that beautiful stuff. You've got a lot of the fighters from One Hit behind him coming out. This is the co-main event. One thing that I will tell you is this is Veterans Day, and Mark is a veteran.
Yes, yes.
So that's you saw him come out and salute. He's very proud of his service and coming out and representing the United States Army. He's been out for a few years, but he still, you know, represents very well. So it's great that we have him co-main eventing tonight. He is coming off of a win against the exact same person that his opponent got a win off of. Now, they both fought the same guy, and when Mark fought him, it actually went all 3 rounds to a unanimous decision back in May.
So we'll see. This is going to be probably Mark's maybe one of his toughest today.
Yeah, you know.
But we don't know because it was 8 seconds, 9 seconds. But well, maybe we do.
You know, that's one of those beautiful things is what it looks like on paper doesn't always tell you what you're going to see. But on paper, it looks like a really good matchup. You know, Mark's coming in off of a 3-win streak. He did have one canceled bout back in 2021, but the last 3 fights have been a win. He did have the 1 loss back in 2020,
and
right before COVID.
He's ranked pretty high in the state.
I believe he is. I believe he's in the top 2
I think he's ranked
for the
number
state.
2.
And I want to say, as far as Tapology considers him, I want to say he's in the top 20 in the U.S. West.
Yes, yes.
So this fight is one that I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how these guys do. You've got what we know to be a very heavy-handed striker in Patrick McKinney against seasoned Mark Gonzalez, who's been able to go the distance, go all 3 rounds in multiple fights, and has also been able to win by punches.
Well, and here they go, throwing hands. Mark does have a bit of a wrestling background, so you see him kind of going to that.
Doing a really good job putting Patrick against the cage. Now, that's what you want to do with someone that you know has heavy hands, is take away their striking power.
And this is more where Mark's probably going to want it.
But Patrick doing a good job of reversing, putting him against the cage, and throwing some shots as he pushes away.
Yep. Separates.
Smart for Mark to circle around.
Let's see, kind of readjust. I'd like to see some leg kicks out there. He's going to have to set those up. Mark's fainting. See what
Ooh, big hand by Patrick. Right as Mark threw that left hook. And
I'm curious whether that stunned him or whether he was off balance.
As he was stepping for that left hook, it landed.
Yes, exactly. And it could be either. I mean, these guys are big. When they hit, you fall.
I mean, 250 plus pounds each. So
we got 500 plus pounds.
Yeah, there's impact coming off of those shots, no matter what.
Well, and you see, Kenny, very, very, slow, methodical. Looks like he's trying to put that jab out there.
Nice leg kick.
And he can say, yep. See, those hurt. That's going to start to change the game if Mark can land a few more of those. And Mark does have those big kind of fire hydrant legs.
Yeah, well, and leg kicks pay dividends later in the fight.
Agreed. Just like body shots.
Absolutely.
The things that don't look so pretty actually kind of pay off there.
A lot towards the end.
It's kind of like that delayed gratification concept. Right? It doesn't look as pretty, but later on.
Later on, you're happy you did it.
Exactly. Got a little smile.
Like to see Mark use that jab a little bit.
Well, the panda kind of went into a little kung fu, spot.
Ooh, nice head kick by Mark Gonzalez.
That's the panda shit.
That's why we call him Kung Fu Panda.
Yep. That's what he does. It looks like.
Again, when I'm
McKinney wants to throw that right hand is what it looks like. There's a pump jab and maybe like that. He wants to throw that heavy right hand.
Well, because he knows what it's got behind it. And one thing I was noticing before, I said that it might have been that landed right as Mark was throwing that hook and shifting his weight. Every time I've seen Mark throw that hook, he's kind of shifted and done a little shimmy to the left and put that weight towards that front leg. And I think that's exactly what kind of got that quick knockdown.
Yeah,
was the movement, the legs changing up when Mark was throwing that left hook.
And that's what I was kind of thinking. It looked more like that, but I mean, either way, it looked almost like a knockdown to the judges.
Yes,
right.
And that's the thing. The judges are going to score it based off of what they see and how they see it.
Yes, exactly.
Not necessarily, I hate to say it, not off of what actually happened.
Yeah. It's perception, and that is why we also have judges at different points.
Yes,
in the
different
cage.
angles so that they can see what's happening a little bit different. So that's why you're going to have split decisions. That's why not every single time when a fight is that close are they going to always line up and see the same thing. You saw that right there again. Ooh,
Nice head kick.
That head kick by Mark, though, that was beautiful. But again, even if it was just the shifting of Mark Gonzalez on that left hook when Patrick threw that right, that doesn't take anything away from Patrick. That hand was still heavy enough to tumble him over while he was moving.
Well, I mean, he's definitely got heavy hands. We saw that in his last fight.
Yes. 9 seconds in. We saw that once.
Exactly.
One hand.
Exactly. Well, and here we are. We're going into round number 2. I mean, again, this could be foreign territory for Patrick, right?
Yes.
We've never seen him in round 2.
No.
We've never seen him past 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's never made it to 10 seconds before tonight because he never had to. So this is the first time that he's going into the second round.
He looks pretty composed.
He looks calm. He looks like he's got the breath to get him through this round. No problem.
I mean, he came out, took the center. Mark looks a little bit more movement. Doing some feints.
Mark's doing a lot of feints. He was doing that in the first round too. I'd like to see him throw a little bit more, less with the oomph and a couple of jabs.
Well, there's a lot of feints, and then it's kind of like an explosion for a second, and then it kind of stops.
And then it goes back to a feint,
Yeah.
which it's understandable when you've got someone that you know has knockout power right across from you. You don't want to get too close and let anything in that could hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'd like to see him throw those jabs and not just feint them. There you go, like that.
Well, a lot of respect on both sides. It's not like we have Patrick McKinney who's throwing a volume of punches now either.
No, early in they were both a little bit more excitable.
Yes.
But it definitely looks like they're both calming down and waiting for their shots.
There's a lot of looks like respect for each other.
Absolutely.
They're starting to get boos.
Well, and that's, I hate to say it, the lay person in the crowd that doesn't understand anything about fighting, they just want to see punches thrown.
Yes.
But the thing is, you're trying to win the fight. You're not trying to put yourself in danger, and I think that, whoa!
Oh, he caught him with a punch.
Big
That's all
shot
it
by
takes.
Mark.
He's on top. He slows down. He can get the W right now. It's all over.
And you can hear this crowd doing the exact opposite of what they were doing seconds ago.
So, Mark, it looks like trapping an arm. I would encourage him just to stay on top.
He's got to get a little bit more upwards on the body. He needs to bring his hips up a little higher or go to that crossbody. There you go. If you're going to go into the mount, you need to be a little higher up. But, these big guys, you don't got a lot of room for your legs to get around. So, great job by Mark going to that crossbody position. Watch for him to pin the arm down so he can start dropping some punches with that right hand.
And here's where he can start making them pay.
Yep, and start putting that forearm in the throat, start making it very uncomfortable. I'd like to maybe see Mark transition a little bit and go knee to the shoulder so he can go knee on belly. And so he can switch the weight a little bit more so he can drop some more shots. And then maybe switch back down into that side control.
Well, right now, he's keeping his position. I think he's probably pretty happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
You can see there's 30 seconds left in the round.
No,
He's definitely got
he
the
stays
round
here,
won.
if he stays here, he's definitely winning the round and not putting himself in danger. But I'd like to see him be busy and throw a couple more shots.
Agreed. I think he can get the finish.
I don't know about the finish from this position. It looks like Patrick's doing a great job of keeping out of the danger zone from here. But I'd like to still see Mark do a few strikes here and there to really add to the emphasis for the judges.
Gotcha.
That was a great knockdown by Mark. Great job getting that position.
And he stood up feeling like he's the beast.
Oh, absolutely. He's feeling confident right now.
Yes.
It honestly, it's easy for me. I haven't seen Mark get a big knockdown like that for a while. And it's easy to forget that his first win was really early, 13 seconds into round number 1 from strikes.
Well, he has heavy hands.
He does, but the fact that he's gone to the decision, it's like I've seen him throw some good hands, but I've also seen him have some good grappling. And it's made it kind of hard for me to remember just how heavy those hands are. So it was nice getting that reminder right there.
Yes.
Right there.
And you can see
nice
it right
left.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, 250 pounds of force behind that shot.
Well, and that's why they call him the Kung Fu Bandit.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
He covered some distance, landed a left hook.
And he's deceivingly athletic.
Yeah, exactly. The head kick, you don't expect him to be able to kick your head.
No, you absolutely don't. You don't expect him to pounce as quickly either when he throws that shot.
Now, part of this is he has lost a chunk of weight, right? Now, he was above 300. He could not make the heavyweight limit.
Yes.
I remember him making the heavyweight limit was a goal for him. So now he's definitely surpassed it. And as you can see tonight, he weighed in at what? 260 and a half?
Yep, 260.5. So that's phenomenal.
So he's walking around below the heavyweight limit.
Yeah, and he's not cutting a lot of weight for this fight.
He's not cutting anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not
just,
dumping it last minute. He's fighting at his natural weight class.
Yes. Now he probably gets a little bit lighter as training camp goes on, just by increased work rate.
Yeah.
But then kind of maybe gets a little bit bigger outside of that, just normal. Kind of started with that slow pace. I think the slow pace actually benefits Mark.
Because when he throws quickly, you don't expect it.
Exactly. He'll leap in and he'll kind of have those explosions, whereas we're not necessarily expecting that to occur.
Right. Well, like I said before, during the between the rounds, the break between rounds, he's deceivingly athletic, so he can be pretty dang quick coming in on you.
Yeah.
Nice exchange here by these guys. Both of them swinging. Neither one really got a more dominant exchange, but Mark did end up in a better position.
Yes. Well, Mark's got him kind of pushed up against the cage. He's kind of trying to, I don't know if he's going for a takedown, if he's just going for control at this point in time.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to be too worried about Patrick going for that choke. He's got the shoulder in. It's going to be a really difficult thing to finish that submission. All Mark really has to do is either look up or keep that shoulder in place.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to be finished from there.
But that's still a lot of weight leaning up against you right now for Mark.
Well, let's see. I mean, Mark's got what looks like a single, but now he's starting to fight the hands. Maybe it's starting to get a bit uncomfortable under that. I don't think he can get the submission there.
No, but he's not going to be breathing as easily as he should.
Exactly.
Now, at this point, I'd like to see Mark let go of that underhook, that high crotch that he had, and shoot that left arm underneath the armpit, between the armpit and lat of Patrick, to try and sneak out from that choke.
Well, it looks like,
and posture up.
Yes. Well, let's see. He's fighting the hands. Let's see if he'll shoot it through. From our side, we can see at least it gets separated.
No advantage in action, so we're going to see a stop and restart in the center. We got 49 seconds left of this fight.
Well, and it looks like, fatigue.
No, both of these guys are fatigued.
Yeah, both of these guys are fatigued. Both of these guys.
Patrick's never been this far into a fight before.
No.
At least not in the cage. In a sanctioned fight, we know he has not been this far into it. And Mark is definitely working for everything that he's doing right now. That holding the weight of Patrick McKinney alone is going to take it's going to take a lot out of you.
Yeah, I mean, and they've already fought again. We're almost 6 minutes
There you
in.
go, leg kick. You want to see some action from Mark. He's got less than 10 seconds. Need to put an exclamation point on this round for both of these guys. I would have loved to see that aggression about 45 seconds ago from both of those guys.
Yes, exactly.
I really would have. When they first got the break, I would have loved to see that aggression to try and stop the fight at some point from either one of them. But I think that Mark did everything he needed to do to win that fight off of the judges.
I mean, and again, listen, he definitely, I think, got that round. He definitely was able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I think he won that round. I think he easily won the second round. The first round, that's that one that's kind of up in the air. with the pacing.
Yes,
I think that there was a lot of explosion off of both of these competitors in the first round at the beginning, and then the pacing was, honestly, it was slow enough that it could go either way. On the first round, I definitely think that Kung Fu Panda took the second and third round.
Agreed.
Ooh, especially with that knockdown right there. That was
The
beautiful.
judges, your co-main event, scores being tallied now. Talk to your table, figure out who you think got it. We'll tell you who we know got it. Don't forget, come back, hang out with us again December 17th. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, tag us in your posts, buy some tickets from a fighter. To all the veterans in the house again tonight, thank you so much for your service, for hanging out with us tonight, spending some of your day with us. We really do appreciate it. And if you haven't bought a beverage for a veteran yet, you have not done your duty. All I know is I got a cheeseburger calling my name from somewhere at some point tonight.
Me too.
We'll have cheeseburgers together, Panda. All right. We're making a list. We're checking it. Oh, wait, that's the wrong holiday. We're getting it figured out. Gentlemen, if I can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center of the ring. You know what to do, gang. Make some noise for your co-main event. If you think it's easy and you're booing, come in here and give it a shot. All right, here is your score from your judges. Nothing but love and respect from your fighters. Steve Farragher with a score of 29-28. Dan First with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner, the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez!
Where's our camera at?
Thank you.
All right, how are you, my friend? How are you?
Kind of tired.
Here, we got a camera right there, my friend. There we go, there we go. All right, so tell me, you got that W out there. You had to put in some work. You had some quick exchanges at the beginning. It felt like maybe you guys respected each other's power because you guys were a little bit slower later. How'd that go? Talk us through your fight.
Before I do, veterans, where the hell are you? This was for you, baby. Whether it's Semper Fi, Anchor Way, or Rangers Lead the Way, it's one team, one fight. What was your question again?
Talk us through your fight.
I expected power, and he gave it. Respect the power and expect the unexpected. And he kept pushing. Yeah, I could tell we both respected each other's power because we were a little hesitant. But, just stick to the game plan. Try not to back up, try to circle, hit fast, hit first, hit hard.
Well, you did good. What else are we going to see out of the Kung Fu Panda?
Well, I hear there's a title out there that I'm gunning for, or at least Pat tells me I am. So that's the next shot. Jeremiah, I'm coming for you, man. Let's get it.
All right, everybody. Do you got any family sponsors you need to thank?
Yeah. Before I throw out the sponsors, last week, my homie King B, where's he at? Hey, King B, my boy right there, said inspirational shit in the Fierce fight last week, And this applies to me today. This is my fucking house. This is my kitchen, my cage, my family. I will be back, and I will get that title. And special huge thanks to my sponsors, Critical Fit CBD, my family. Love you guys. Legend Energy, yeah. Brandon, my boy, thank you so much for being behind me 100% of the way. Tip Top, Ben Moa, thank you. Sauced Up Salsa, George, you're somewhere around here. Thank you, my man. You're awesome. Damage Plan Insurance, Zach. I know he's watching at home somewhere. And Damage Plan Nutrition, Jason Laporte, always behind me with my nutrition. Let's see. Then there's ERA, Real Estate, Ethan Harris. Thank you so much. And 0 to 100 supplements. Richard, Marcus Hafford, thank you so much for being behind me. To my beautiful wife and my children, I love you guys. Let's take this home. And the best coach in the entire state and even the country, Aldo Regia. I love you, Coach.
All right, let me get a big round of applause for Mark, the Kung Fu Panda Gonzalez.
Now we got to take some panda pics, and then we'll get on to our main event. This is it, the last one. Talk to your table, make your call. Who's going to take the main event tonight? All right, one more time to all the veterans, everybody that came out tonight, everybody watching at home, thank you so much for your support. The crowd here in the building, thanks for making my job easier. I do appreciate you guys screaming and hollering. I'm going to ask you to do it one more time. Who's ready for the main event? You guys rock. Thank you. Fight number 12, your main event, brought to you one more time by Jason Jones and the crew at JSS, Jones Subwoofer Solutions. Don't mess around. Don't go anywhere else. Check them out on Facebook. Get your car stereo hooked up properly. Big or small, they do it all. Jones Subwoofer Solutions, hooking you up with your main event. We got the professionals in the house for this one. This is a professional fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 182.5 pounds, with a record of 7-5, doing it for Brute Force Fight Team. Let's hear it for Ben Robinson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Ben Robinson. This man is 33 years old, standing 6 feet even, weighing in 182.5 pounds. He is fighting out of Brute Force Fight Team. What do we know about Ben?
Well, I don't know much about Brute Force. Like I said, he does have a record of 7-5. I do know that he's already had this fight. This is a rematch. He has fought Mike Jones before, and he was on the losing side of that.
Now, he actually, it was a KO TKO in the later part of round number 1, because now they are professional MMA fighters, so this is the 5-minute round. So it was around 3.5 minutes into the round, but that was all the way back in 2017.
And since then, it looks as though he's got a win over Cole Schaefer.
Yeah, Cole Schaefer in this year, actually back in April in Fierce FC, but before that, his last fight was in 2018 against Jerome Hatch. So he's fought some really tough guys that have really heavy hands. So his losses are definitely nothing to take away from him, and his win against Cole Schaefer is a pretty big deal.
Well, and his fight again against Mike Jones has always looked good. So, he's had years, time to put against some tough guys, and he's coming off a W. Yeah, I'm sure he's here to avenge his victory.
Well, and he had a good 4 years of inactivity due to whatever before COVID, and then COVID before he came back in. So he's definitely had time to get in there and work. And he even talked about that in an interview before this fight, that he's really put in the work into this camp to get this fight. And having that experience against Mike Jones previously gives him a little bit of an edge in the training side of things.
Yep. Well, you know what? We get to hear about his opponent next.
All right, and his opponent tonight in the SteelFist Fight Night main event, fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds with a current record of 8-7, doing it for Horns Elite Performance. Let's hear it for Mike Jones.
I love it. Mike Jones.
It's almost like he has his own music.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mike Jones coming out right now. That's right, Mike Jones. Mike Jones. He stands 6 foot 2 inches tall. He weighed in at 184.5 pounds. He is 32 years old, and he has a record of 8-7, fighting out of Horns Elite.
Now he's actually fighting out of Horns Elite and 4-7 Jiu-Jitsu.
Exactly.
4-7 is actually his old stomping grounds where he cut his teeth coming into the MMA side, and then he took a long break after, I want to say, his fight with Kyle Stewart back in 2020. He took a couple years off and then came back for us back in August against Eric Munoz, where he got a big win with strikes, because he's a heavy hitter.
He's Mike Jones.
Yeah, that's right. And he has been training pretty consistently over at Jeremy Horn's Elite Performance, but it's still going down there and split training with 4-7.
Those killers down there at 4-7,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
I mean, this guy, he's been around for years. I've always enjoyed watching him.
Oh, yeah.
He puts on a show. He's technical. He's got heavy hands.
Yeah, he started fighting all the way back in 2012, so he's been in the game for a while. He's got a lot of fights. You look at his amateur, he only had, I want to say, 3 amateur fights before going pro. He's been pro since 2014. He's got a lot of fights under his belt, even with the breaks in between there. So lots and lots of experience, 8-7 as a professional.
Yeah, I mean, 8-7 as a professional, and honestly, again, he only had 3 of those AMI fights. He didn't get his feet that wet there.
No.
And he's taking some tough fights.
Absolutely. And again, just that last fight coming in against Eric Munoz, that was a rather short notice fight for Mike. Now, not a 2-week notice fight.
Yes.
But it definitely wasn't one that he was in fight camp for a good 6 months beforehand.
No. Well, and he's coming back at it. I mean, he's going to come back at it, and he's going to get a test. This is a guy he's beat before, but he's gone back. Ben's gone back and reinvented himself. Kind of been able to come back, put more work into this camp, and
this has the potential of being a completely different fight than their first match, both to the experience of both of these competitors.
Exactly. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, no touch of the gloves on this one, which we've spoken about before. A lot of gyms say, no, you don't do that.
Boom.
You touch gloves before the fight and shake their hand afterwards.
Well, Mike's coming out. He's getting busy. He's kind of throwing that 1-2, pulling that hand out.
Oh, nice head kick by Mike Jones.
He's landed some heavy shots already.
Ooh, Ben with a nice left. And it's hard fighting against a southpaw like that, too.
Well, and it is. I mean, things change up a little bit.
That being said, it really opened up the distance for the head kick, though.
It did.
Without having to set up. Without having to create distance, it's right there.
It did. And if he can get that foot outside, you're going to be a winner.
Ooh, again with that head kick.
That hurt him.
Definitely backed him up, and you got Ben against the cage, and Mike has just landed some shots.
Yep. Go to the body, then come back to the head, Mike.
Great job by Ben, rolling out the outside to the left there and circling around.
I mean, Ben's coming through, and he's trying to weather the storm right now.
Oh,
right?
Ben's
right now, he's a tough kid. He's trying to weather the storm. He's trying to keep his hands up, land where he can, and then move.
And he's staying composed. That's the biggest thing that I'm seeing is Ben is staying composed after those shots. not just the head kicks that Mike has landed, but also the flurry after the second head kick, and staying composed and in the fight.
Well, and they're heavy shots, right?
Absolutely.
Well, again, you like how they're kind of slowing the pace down. No one's rushing it.
Yep, they're picking their shots, and what I liked off of Mike is that he's picking his shots and his flurry.
Well, yes, exactly. I like that idea. We have our flurries, but then we also slow down for a minute.
Right.
Very, very veteran move.
Ben ate another one right there.
Nice inside leg kick. Kick that leg out. Uppercut would be nice.
Paw fighting. Something that wasn't really around a lot before Nate Diaz. And then you saw Nate Diaz really start doing that in The Ultimate Fighter. And then a lot of people started implementing that into their fighting style, that paw grabbing.
Well, and they'll use that to get an advantage with that front hand.
Yes.
You know, if you can lock up that front hand, you can bring it down, come right over the top and land.
Absolutely.
You can pull it down and then just let go and hit with by it. Nice inside leg kicks. Now you're starting to see Ben kind of settle in a little bit.
Yes.
It seems.
Step to it now. Step to it.
Mike had kind of some heavy shots at the beginning, and then you kind of see Ben settle in a little bit better. Nice left hook.
I think Mike's feeling confident, and he's not really throwing those flurries like he was before. But the flip side to that is it's letting Ben kind of settle into his own.
Yes. I don't feel Mike's feeling threatened at all.
No, but at the same time, I think it's allowing Ben to start developing some confidence.
Yes. That might be a good tactic to take it to him a little bit more, push him into his cage, make it a little bit more uncomfortable.
Fluster him a little bit.
Yeah, just make him a little bit more uncomfortable.
But I do like what I'm seeing out of Ben. The biggest thing is the composure, and he's not really falling into any traps at the moment.
No.
Staying nice and composed.
Again, maybe this is what he was talking about. He's a different fighter now. Maybe in the past what would have happened is he would have kind of lost it right there, and right now he's kind of sticking in it, remembering his training, keeping his movement.
Absolutely, and circling in the right direction too.
I noticed that. And he adjusted on the fly right there as well.
Ooh. So you're talking about pawing that hand down and coming over the top.
Nice.
Jones, being 2 inches taller, has a surprisingly greater reach advantage than what you would think for only being 2 inches taller than Ben. Jones does kind of hold his posture a little bit lower in the shoulder, so it doesn't look like it, but he's got a good 4 inches of reach advantage over Ben.
Yes. If he could keep that out there, I bet you he could land 1-2s left.
Oh, absolutely. But the way that he likes to kind of paw in, but even that looping hook that he throws is still on that outside and staying outside of Ben's distance, but it's still within Mike's.
It's still landing, like right there. Nice job.
Nice. We've definitely seen the damage from earlier in this round on the face of Ben. Mike Jones has done a great job. I would say that he definitely won that round.
Yes. I think he did a good job securing that round, but you see Ben right there.
No, Ben's still in the fight. Yeah, Ben Robinson's ready to fight. He's ready to go another round.
Exactly.
And definitely seeing a game opponent right there. Yeah,
yes.
He's
Very
staying composed.
dangerous.
He's in the fight. What most men would have toppled over from, he was able to weather, circle around, and reset, and he's able to keep this fight going.
He might have even got more confidence in that moment.
Yes.
Of, okay, I've taken your best shots.
Yeah, what else do you got?
What are you going to do now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, you bloodied my nose a little bit.
Right.
What?
Now, what are you telling to Mike Jones if you're Jeremy Horn over there? What are you telling to him in the corner?
I'd like to see him a bit more active. I'd like to see him use that length, and I'd like to see him throwing in combos.
Yes.
He's throwing that jab, he's landing that jab. I'd like to see him follow up with the 2, maybe the 3 after that.
Or maybe not throw the head kick first and set the head kick up off of the combo?
That would be beautiful. I'd just like to see more combos out of him. I think would be the general theme is more output.
Mm-hmm. And the opposite side to that, what are you telling Ben? And me, I'm telling Ben, throw that jab. You're a southpaw. Use it. Use it to your advantage. Don't paw fight, but throw it. Go down to the body, come up to the head.
Well, I'd be telling him to work on that front foot. Get that front foot outside as soon as you can. Turn your head on the outside and throw that 2 down the middle.
All right, I like that. I'd also like to see him go for the inside thigh of Mike.
Yes. Well, I mean, they could do some good damage with those inside legs. Yeah, both of them have it open.
Yeah, the power shot is open to the inside thigh.
Nice
the biggest thing is that when you're a southpaw, you're used to that coming. When you're a righty, a traditional fighter, you're not used to it coming from a southpaw, unless you've got one in your gym that's throwing them at you.
See, I'd like to see like a 3-2 right now. Nice.
Nice takedown by Mike.
I like that. Now just finish him down here.
Beautiful glide in for that takedown.
Yes. Well, and he sold the striking for long enough that that wasn't even on the radar.
No.
At that point in time.
And it wasn't a power takedown. It was right inside. He stepped. He kind of did a little glide right behind the leg, trapped it, and drove forward.
He didn't have to. He timed it really well. He sold this. Okay, we're striking. Next thing you know, boom.
Ben's doing a good job going to the hip. Trying to defend. I'd like to see him get more onto his right side so he could shoot that knee through instead of just tying up the leg. Where he's at now, you're going to watch Jones go for that right leg to slide through and go knee all the way to the ground and try and get that mount. Or maybe not.
Yeah, this is good up. Let's fight. Or not.
Ooh, nice lacing by Ben. Good job, Mike, noticing that, because this is a pro fight. You can do twisting leg locks. Heel hooks are fully legal.
And that's how we pass guard.
Oh, Mike landing some big shots.
Or he's quick.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this fight is over.
Shots, ladies and gentlemen.
Great
heavy
job.
Shots.
Big
Good job
shots.
getting back in.
No, absolutely.
I bet your coach told him to.
Absolutely.
I bet your coach said get your ass back in there.
Absolutely. Great job by Ben. By Ben, kind of weathering the storm at the beginning, is shooting through for that heel hook attempt when he laced in. But Mike Jones is very game, very athletic, was able to sneak out of it, come in, and just landed some huge shots.
I loved it. Love how he passed guard.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the way around. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep, great job, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it to the cage and make this thing official.
Sounds good.
All right, gentlemen, can I get both fighters to the center of the ring, please? We can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for the professionals. Your winner, 1 minute, 52 seconds into round number 2. A TKO to strikes. Out of the black corner, Mike Jones.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Mike Jones. Camera's right there, brother. That was a beautiful fight. You are a scary SOB, man. How are you feeling right now?
Okay, hey, man, first things first, it's Veterans Day. So let's give a shout out to all those veterans, my brother watching from home, my boy Johan right here, everybody that served, thank you guys. I feel good.
All right, did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
No, I know the dude's tough. We fought before, same result. He took it a little longer this time.
Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, all my coaches, my team, my family, everyone that bought tickets. Thank you guys.
All right, you're going to come back and do this for us again?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you back. Congratulations tonight. Everyone give it up for your winner, Mike Jones.
Everybody wants your picture when you win the fight. One more time, congratulations, Mike Jones. Everybody else, thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate you. We love you. Please get home safely. Veterans, you got one more hour. Go make the most of it. Thank you so much for your service. You deserve more than a day. We look forward to seeing you December 17th. We'll do it again. Until then, love you. We're out.